Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you? I'm a bit frazzled today.
Why are you frazzled?
I don't know.
You smell like
Just,
bacon, is that what you're trying to say?
I knew that was coming. I don't know.
You-
Just Sunday, isn't it? We don't usually record on a Sunday, so it just feels a bit
I mean, it's
weird.
barely done any recording at all recently, so
Well, yeah, this is true. This is very true. But yeah, so it's a little bit of a change of pace. Normally, like I've had dinner, I've got Ellis down for bed, I've like sorted shit out, and then like this is like my end of day thing, whereas like I feel like I haven't got anything done before this.
I'm
So
sure you got plenty done.
it's weird.
Mm.
Weird.
Weird.
Have you got
Oh,
headphones in?
I can hear it printing away. Can you hear it?
No.
I don't want to jinx it because printers can smell your fear and they know when to go wrong at the exact wrong moment.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm going up to Manchester on Tuesday, so I'm just trying to get my life sorted before then. Does that stop printing? I'm driving my
Why are you
nephew
going up
back up to
north?
university
Oh, right. Fair
because I
enough.
have a big vehicle.
Nice.
I'm a man with a van.
Men
Men
with Ven.
with Ven. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
What's that from?
Peep show.
That's it.
Mm.
Men with Ven.
When I go up there, I'm going to go to my favourite pub, the Swan and Pedo.
The what?
Also from the Peep show.
I never really got on with Peep Show.
It's brilliant. It's really fucking good.
I just don't particularly like what's his name? David Mitchell. I
Why?
just I just don't find him very funny. I just
Oh, I
find
think
him
he's hilarious.
irritating.
His missus is fit, and she's really good at
Oh,
poker. So,
oh. He is famous.
yeah.
Kind of thing happens when you're famous. When
No, I
you've
think
got
they
like
were
a
together
toe.
before he was famous. Like legit.
Yeah. Mm. How's life in the dog and the horse?
My extractor unit was supposed to be fitted, but it's had to be delayed like twice. Um,
What for
so
the
I'm sort of
studio?
running. Pardon?
For the studio?
Yeah. So I've been running tests on how much dust gets created, like per garment. I know that sounds really fucking sad.
You're
Um,
fuck's sake.
yeah, but like the amount of dust, even after like a run of like well, what I call a small run now, like 150 pieces front and back, is
Hmm. A
it's
lot.
just incredible, absolutely
Hmm.
insane. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that in. Definitely affects my lungs and that though. So that's going on. Just waiting for the money to come through to do the um workshop.
Oh yeah. When's that
Yeah.
starting?
Well, I'm actually decided I've changed tack a little bit. I'm going to do it in stages because my garage is actually quite a nice size for working in generally. So
Hmm.
I'm going to keep the garage as as my prep area. So it's going to be like a screen area.
Oh, okay, that's a good shout.
Keep that screen area, ink mixing, like, and then I can have some storage in there for like garments and shit as well, because there'll be plenty of room in there. And then the building that's being built, gone for another tack of how we're going to do it. Gone for the system where you can add onto it really easily later on down the line.
Right.
So
It's
it's
like
going to build.
modular almost.
Pardon?
Modular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna get that and then build it half the size it was supposed to be, which is still more than big enough for a an auto,
Hmm.
and the machines and the dryer and everything in there.
So what are
Um,
you getting then? Are you getting like a prefabbed kind of building
they're
then?
called sit panels.
Okay.
And they're basically you design it how you want it, and
Hmm.
the walls are pre-made and they're structural. So
Okay.
they come as long as the concrete slab's done, you can like erect them in like 2 days,
Oh
and
wow.
they come insulated.
Erect.
Yeah, erect comes with an erection. Um, yeah, so it should be primo. And then when I need to expand, I can just take the front end of it off and
Hmm.
just order more of those panels and then extend it out.
You know what's going to happen?
Well,
You're gonna do the first part of it's going to go perfectly.
yeah.
Then when you come to expand it, you're going to
Mm.
order the new panels.
Yeah.
and I bet you anything. I'll bet you my fucking car that
Yeah.
the panels turn up the wrong size.
No, because they're based. The panels are. I see where you're going with this, but it's like an industry standard thing of how these are made. So there's
Oh,
loads of
okay.
companies that do them, and they're basically based on an 8x4 sheet.
Okay.
So the panel is an 8x4 sheet with insulation built into it, but then they cut it to
Right.
the size you need to slot them all together, and it's even down to like where you want your plug sockets and things. They'll be cut out ready to go.
That's cool.
It's really fucking
That's
cool.
very clever.
Printer's finished. One sec. I thought that had taken ages. I printed it 4 times. 4 times, no, 3 times. Looking at it. Okay.
Standard.
Yeah.
Save the Amazon and all that.
Oh, nightmare. Um, I can go up there. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put you in my ear holes. 'Cause it's much more comfortable for me to have you in my ears than.
That's what I love to be.
Mhm. You seen
Oh, it's
Coogee
exciting about
stories
the
today?
studio, though. Huh?
Eh? Studio.
Oh, could you buy? Oh, God.
At least one of those suggestions was
No.
mine. I'd just like to point out.
Oh, I was like, I don't know how to react to these.
I love you, Coogee both.
Oh, you are a
My,
legend.
here's my ultimate. Right, hold on. How do I put these on now?
Yeah, that bit goes like in your ear.
Mm. Are we both wearing the same hat but with different designs on? We are, aren't we?
Yeah, mine's black. Yours is blue, isn't it?
Mine's the navy one.
Yeah.
Mine's the
Blue.
thumbs one, and yours is the Janssen's, isn't it?
Tis indeed.
Right, let me just swap audio sources.
Oh, why is that not fucking working now? Oh, I've got no light.
You got no fans?
Oh, you beat me to it.
I need to turn my light on as well. Hold on.
I've got an old Lamparino next to me. It's not plugged in for some fucking reason. And I haven't moved any of this. All my shit's in the wrong fucking place. I should have done this before I came on. Right. Let there be light. Yes. There we go.
Like all the things you said, I didn't hear just then because I'm now on headphones.
It's fine. I was just calling you a prick.
Do you want to hear something really, really sad? Is Alex waiting, by the way?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. Something really sad happened the other day. Well, you know about this, but just tell the listener how sad I've become. I had a print run to do the other day. It was 120 t-shirts, 140 t-shirts, something like that, 100 and something t-shirts. And I was printing away. My nephew helps me. He's my little end of the dry bitch. And I went to go and print the next five, and I loaded it, and then I loaded it. And I took it straight back off again, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "This isn't the same t-shirt." And he went, "Yeah, it is." And I was like, "It's the same color. It's not the same t-shirt." He was like, "Yeah, it is." I was like, "No, pretty sure it's not." And I was right. The next five we were printing on the Creator 2.0s,
Hmm.
and they'd accidentally packaged up some Sparkers in the same color, exactly same color.
Oh, fuck.
Um, yeah, and I knew just from touching it that it wasn't the same.
Yeah, yeah.
And he looked at me and he was like, "You're such a fucking nerd." Being told that by a 20-year-old lad is
Well, they've got a
it's
different
really
collar on them
eye-opening.
as well, haven't they?
Yeah, but I don't see that because they're folded in half. That's down the other end, effectively.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
I stacked them sort of in halves. So it was literally just from sliding my hands in. I was like, "This doesn't feel the same."
I've I've just Alex has just joined the waiting room,
Yeah.
and his screen name is not Pav.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, well, on that note, do you want to let the listeners know who we've got in today?
Well, they'll fucking know, wouldn't they? Because
Huh?
they'll know because it will say in the episode name.
Oh, are we not introing guests anymore then?
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, we'll intro him. We've got Alex Dis, um, from Dis Prince.
Is that
Uh,
actually his last name? This is something I'm going to ask him
I think so. Yeah,
because if it
yeah,
is, that's a fucking cool last
yeah. I'm
name,
sure it's his last name. I'm sure it is.
Mr. Dis.
But yeah, there's exciting things going on for Mr. Dis at the moment, which is why we wanted to talk to
It'd
him.
be even funnier if it's like it is his last name, but he shortened it to make it sound
Yeah,
cool. It's like his last name's like Dissipation or something like
or disappointment.
that. Disbelief.
Yeah. Oh, hilarious.
Oh, right. He's here and waiting.
Let
So
him in.
let's get him in. I've hidden some little Easter eggs in the notes for you, by the way.
Oh, fucking hell. Have you?
No, don't read them now.
Well,
Right. Here he comes. That's what she said. Not Pav.
I'm not Pav.
Hello,
Hi,
not
can you hear
Pav.
me?
Yes, we can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Oh, there's a
Howdy.
lot of pop-ups in my screen now. What's going on there?
What
There we
websites are you
go.
on?
That's better.
Dodgy sites.
All sites.
Oh, your
Hold on
audio
a sec.
quality's dog shit. What's that all about? You got something in front of your
Uh,
microphone?
I'm not sure which microphone it's going to. To be fair, I don't know if it's the one in my ears or the one.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
oh, what? What?
is that?
If you go down to the bottom left hand
How's
corner,
that?
that's better. There we go.
Lovely.
That's much more better. I'm glad I slagged you off to start with now about it.
We would have put up with it for like an hour and gone, fuck's sake, we can't fucking release this.
I wouldn't have done.
Yeah. Yeah, audio is not the reason I expect this to be released.
Don't worry, he cuts all the naughty bits out, Alex.
Not all of them. Just
All the fun ones.
the fun ones. I wouldn't
Yeah.
describe what you say as fun, mate. That's
It is
like
fun.
somebody's going to call the fucking popo on us.
That's fine. You worry too much.
Get risky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pav likes to get very risky.
Risk it for a chocolate biscuit.
Love it.
Oh, how's things, mate?
Yeah, not bad. Been a pretty chill day today. Just a bit of cleaning, a bit of cutting up some screens. The normal Sunday duties.
Yeah, what is it with printers and we always work on Sundays?
I
Because I think
think
it's the
part
day
of what
you
it
can
is.
safely be in your studio.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're not really getting emails. It's like nobody's fucking bothering you, so you can just
Yeah.
get on with it. And it's like just take your time. Like Saturday's quite nice, but it's like straight after Friday. So it's like I tend to take Saturdays off and then work Sundays.
Well, Saturday
But
comes
yeah,
straight after Friday, does it? Is that how the days work, is it?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh, right, okay, I thought so, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There we go. We're learning
What a
something
cunt.
already.
Oh, every day's a school day.
Oh,
Mm.
fucking hell.
You're right though.
Right.
The Sunday it feels like you're getting ahead of the week.
Hmm.
Definitely. No, I try and strip screens on a Sunday and get all that prepped because yeah, I can't be asked to do it in the week.
The Sunday, I think. Do you know why I think printers like being in a Sunday? Because you're there out of choice, aren't you? And like generally, most printers like this, like being in their studio. It's the fucking customers they hate. So you're there,
100%.
just enjoying the moment. There's something very nice about like having a clean up and a wipe down and a cheeky little crafty wank in the corner of the studio.
Incredibly therapeutic.
Yeah. Just making your
I
own
was going to
little
say the
started
clean
that
up and the
before I
wipe
knew what you were
down
gonna
is
say
fucking
then.
after the wank, isn't it? Just fucking 701ing yourself after you've spaffed.
Oh.
Get that magic eraser on there.
Other screen cleaners are available. Oh, are either of you guys on the screen printing subreddit on Reddit?
No.
I've never
But-
used Reddit in my life.
Oh
No,
my
I haven't
God.
either. I
Someone
sometimes
put up
end up on there like when I've like asked a random question on Google. And it's like Reddit's got the answer, and you just go through it, and it's just like, who the fuck are these people?
You have to because it is absolute gold. There's a guy on there. It was last night he posted. I think he's in America, and he's got a brand new screen. And the classic thing has happened where it's a brand new screen, but he's popped it like taking it out of the box, or whatever, and it's literally popped all down one side, top to bottom. And he's genuinely put a thing up saying, "There's still a fair bit of tension in this screen. Do you reckon it'll be all right to use?"
Oh God.
And everyone's like, fucking no. Like, it was like, well, what if I just print left chests with it? Like, planet is this guy on?
I tell him to try it and find out.
Oh,
Yeah.
it literally split from top to bottom. Yeah.
Mm.
Fucking go on Reddit. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, yeah, but what if I learn something that I'm not supposed to learn? You know, sort of like
You won't. You
someone will
won't.
tell me that I can use the screen that's been popped, and I'll believe them.
Mm. I mean, our printwear group it is basically like a Reddit thread. To be fair,
There is that.
You guys
yeah.
are very helpful.
Mm.
I mean, I wasn't talking about the helpful shit. I was talking about the rest of it.
The abuse.
Just
Uh,
all the cyberbullying that goes on, mainly directed at Paul.
yeah. Hi, Paul. Paul, you're a cunt.
Can you leave that one in?
No,
Oh, yeah,
they'll all stay
always
in.
leave those in.
Oh yeah, they
always
always
leave
stay
those
in.
in.
Of course, if we
Paul
cut
needs to
those
be
out,
reminded.
the episode would be about 20 minutes long. Oh. Should
Oh,
we start
fucking hell.
officially, Darcy?
Yeah, yeah. So before we get started officially, or no, as we're starting officially,
Yes.
do you want to do you want to introduce yourself?
Before we
Who
get
are
started
you,
officially,
Alex?
can we start officially?
Fuck's sake! Can you tell them how to practice?
Mm.
Right.
Who are
well,
you?
My name's Alex Dis of Dis Prints. I'm a screen printer who I think that's it actually. I don't need to say anymore, do I? I am
Yeah.
a screen printer.
Yeah, but you're more interested in that though.
I am screen printer.
I am screen printer. I don't know. What would you have me say about myself?
Well, you've got like quite a niche, haven't you? Three niche. The three niches you've got.
Charities, oversized prints, and annoying skate shops.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you
and more
do...
recently, puff print, non-stop puff print.
Oh God, why is puff a thing?
Because it's
I
on
just
Instagram.
don't get it. Yeah, it's no, that's literally it. It's just the Instagram aesthetic, isn't it? But it's a fucking bitch to print, and
hate it.
I just don't get it. I don't see the appeal, but I'm old.
Yeah, I don't think it looks great. I don't think it rarely looks how people think it's going to look.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? People see all these like massively puffed up. It never looks like that ever.
Not when I do it, anyway.
No. To be fair, most of your bits looked really puffy. It was just there were sections of it that were very not puffy.
Yeah, for whatever reason that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, our time's up. Anyway, thanks for coming.
That was when my dinner was supposed to come out the oven, but I rushed it down quickly beforehand, sort of semi warmed up.
Strong work. So, this is actually going to be a strange question because Darcy wasn't aware that Dis was your name, which it is, isn't it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Is it actually your surname? That's
It is
possibly the coolest surname, apart from mine, obviously, that I've ever heard.
I don't know. My missus' surname is pretty slick.
Are you willing to divulge that?
I'm gonna say it, but you're gonna beep it out.
Am I?
No, okay. No, I'll tell you all later. It's pretty sick though.
I figured out how to beep stuff. I know how to beep stuff out when I just do the audio edit, but I haven't figured out how to do it on the video edit yet. So if you do need anything editing out, it's just going to get cut.
Fine, that's fine. No worries. I'll tell you what, it's not important. So back on the question then. How was Dis Prints born? Now you can answer this two ways. You can either explain how your print shop was born, or you could literally walk us through your birth,
your childhood.
Well, I mean, the latter's was a pretty standard way. I think I was conceived normally, and brought to this world normally. But
you were conceived in a skate shop by two people who ran the charitable foundation.
who were just desperate for puff prints.
Yeah.
Dis Prints came through skateboarding. I wanted to start a brand when I was skateboarding, and then just happened to tell the right person that I wanted to do that, and he said, "I've got an old screen printing press that you can have," and it was just like, sweet, let's go. And then from there, printing loads of stuff for myself and friends, obviously, and stuff like that. And then got sick of running a brand and started printing for other people's brands, basically.
What was your brand called?
Hell yeah, son. Oh yeah.
Ah. Why did
Nice.
did that? So I have no knowledge of this at all. It's the first time you've actually ever mentioned this. How was it quite popular? Did it go all right or?
It was pretty good. It was sort of like I tried to keep it a very like a DIY style thing. So I never sort of pushed to go, full retail and put it in shops and stuff like that. People at skate shops I know enough people who run skate shops. I'd give them stuff and they'd pay me once they'd sold it and stuff. But and I mean, I had people, two of the Olympians from last Olympics, two close friends of mine. They were wearing the stuff, and that helped sell it.
Mm.
But I gave up because it's skateboarders, and skateboarders have no money.
True that. Yeah, and they should have loads of money because
Constantly.
It's got to be one of the hardest sports out there.
Mm.
I mean,
But it is.
snooker maybe is more difficult, but aside from that, like,
Well, so I skated when I was younger, and I picked it back up recently. Like me and you have spoken about this a little bit, and so my son's been going to skate lessons because I skate fucking stupid. I skate Mongo, and I was like, I don't want my child to learn that way because he's just gonna fall over and end up cracking his face open or something. And so anyway, we found the skate club in Brighton, and they're fucking awesome guys. And he's already nearly dropping in on his own on like a fucking 5 foot quarter.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like, mate, I went up the top of it the other day and I was just like, there's not a fucking chance in hell I'm doing that, because if I fall at the age I am, I'm going to break every single bone in my body on the way down and then some.
do you not find the fear changes? The fear changes when you get older. It's not. I'm not necessarily scared of hurting myself. I'm scared of all the admin if I hurt myself.
Yeah, it's like the repercussions of it.
I'm quite happy to break my arm or my leg doing something stupid. It's just I've got a fucking mortgage to pay.
Yeah. It's a shit fear to have. It's like, yeah,
it's the worst. But I mean, that is the growing up part, isn't it? It's like I know a lot of people who've got back into it in their 30s, who will, they're choosing to do it in a certain way, the lowest impact and the least risky tricks they can sort of do or whatever, but still having the time of their lives doing it. But it is I mean, even now I do it at least once a week, and towards the end of it, not the hurting myself, but I'm going, oh, work's going to hurt tomorrow. Standing at that press is going to hurt tomorrow just from all the movement and the exercise.
Yeah.
No, I bought a one wheel to get that fix. I snowboard quite a lot, and I was like, I need something to do when I'm not up the mountain. So I bought one of those one wheel things, and they're great. But I would rather fall off a skateboard than one of those, because the multiple times I've fallen over, it could have ended in a death quite easily. They're so fucking dangerous.
Yeah, I can imagine they're quite
unpredictable. You're going significantly quicker.
Yeah, I think I hit 22 miles an hour on it once. Yeah, and every now and again they've got this weird thing where they can just turn off if you push them too far, and so it turns off, and you just literally the front of the board just hits the ground, dunk, and you just get launched off the front of it.
Doing that at 20 miles an hour, I'm not quite up for that. Yeah.
No.
I'll bring it to Printware. You can all have a go on it.
All right, yeah.
What, round the Ibis hotel
around the Ibis car park, yeah.
We can set up a little course.
Well up for that. Well up for that. Listeners, you're all invited. All two of you.
We'll load a couple of kickers in the back of Pav's van or something like that, so you can kickflip the one wheel.
Oh my god, yes.
weighs 12 kilos.
Jesus Christ.
I did have a friend who got into it a bit, and he was like, I mean, he did it because he couldn't skateboard anymore. He's one of those people who, if he steps on a skateboard, he's going 110% every time, and he's just wrecking himself. So we got into the one wheels and then just started doing the same on that. Like he's doing grinds and slides on the nose and tail and stuff like this. Like just absolutely destroying the one wheel for starters. But yeah,
that's fine. They're really cheap. So it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, no.
disposable object.
So fucking expensive, it's insane. The one thing though that I had mine just in time for I had it about 8 or 9 months before COVID rolled around and we had a lockdown, and it was the one thing I could go out and do it by myself, and it kept me sane. It really did. It paid for itself in those however year or so on lockdowns we had on and off.
Mm.
So it's sat not being used for the past 3 months. So we'll get back on it at some point. But
I kind of
I
wish
think-
that's when I'd like picked up skating again, is like during lockdown, because I didn't have all the time in the world because I was quite busy, but it was like there was nobody else around. So it's like I could have just like gone to the park and so I'm getting my exercise in. I'm getting my fucking allowed 20 minutes of exercise a day in.
It didn't work. They closed all the skate parks, but I kept trying to go to local skate parks, and there would always be someone on their 20-minute walk coming up
Oh,
to me
really?
going, "You shouldn't be here. If you hurt yourself, you'll be in the hospital. The hospital doesn't need that right now." Like, it was horrible.
I would have just said to him, "Sweet, go fuck yourself." All right.
And
Thanks-
then running
thanks-
over it with your one wheel.
Thanks for the advice. Advice noted and duly ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we tried to do. It worked a few times. One other time, they just called the police on me and they showed up and told me I had to leave.
Just say,
Hmm.
"Don't you know who I am?" And then when they say, "No, who are you?" go, "Not Pav."
Yeah. Oh, fair enough, mate. Carry on.
I've got a very, very, very interesting question to ask you now.
Oh, go on.
How did you come up with the name of your print shop? Is there a story behind it?
I took years of planning that one. Yeah, well, there was a selection process. There was a few other puns on Disprints. I nearly went Distaprint.
Oh,
But no, Disprints, yeah, just simple, innit? It's my name, and I print.
I like
It's
it.
quite
I do like
easy
it.
to say, yeah.
Mm. I'm always,
I think
not always, but I've had thoughts over the last like few months in particular, as we've kind of like grown and we've gotten busier and stuff, about changing Inky Cow's name. And I'm just like, it's just a lot of admin. I'm just like,
yeah.
I
Everyone
can't,
knows
my
you as
problem
that
is
now.
I can't sit still. Like I'm like, I want to change the branding, I want to change the name and all this, but then it's just effort. And then it's kind of like trying to communicate that to people in a way that's like not, I've just changed it because I fucking felt like it.
Yeah. Have you gone over
yeah.
why you called it Inky Cow on here before?
No, well, no, I've no idea why I did, to be honest.
Oh,
It's
right.
just, so whenever I've started brands, like I'll go on notes on my phone and literally just write down the first things that come into my head, and I'll put the phone down and I'll
boobs,
pick
willies.
it up. There's some fucking ridiculous ones, and we did the same thing when we came up with Rewind, didn't we?
Mm.
No, we literally just put a big list together,
You mean-
and then
you mean
we
Rewired?
benched it. Fuck off. That was one of the options on there. And then put it aside for 24 hours or whatever and go back to the list and then just start eliminating stuff and like add in where and when sort of thing. And then just landed on Inky Cow, and I was like, I quite
It's
like that.
good. I do like
But
it, yeah.
I think I had an idea for the logo before I had the name solidified. So it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like cow prints or fucking something like that. And I'd come up with this logo and I was like, that works. I just need a name now.
I
It's
didn't
pretty
realise you
obvious
even had a
after that,
logo.
yeah.
Fuck
Huh?
is your logo then?
What do you mean, what is my logo?
I need to go and look at Instagram now. Hold on.
Like a ink splodge.
Oh yeah, with a cow in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible friend.
Yeah. I'm now going to have a look as well.
I just couldn't place it. I was like,
yeah.
I
yeah.
went through a
That
little
was what I was
phase of
picturing.
like, I wanted it to be like a black circle for the gram, because
Mm.
that's what Downcast, my brand at the time, was as well. And I was like, I wanted them to match up. And then we got fucking Rewind, it's blue, and I was like, it's ruined the fucking the aesthetic.
I really struggle with the Instagram. Everyone looks the same now to me on Instagram. I don't know if I've got like design
Fucking
blindness.
racist.
Well, no, it's the opposite of racism, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
fucking not racist.
I
Yeah,
don't
what
see
sort of
colour, man. Just
no.
seen eggs.
It's one of those fucking hippies.
I did
Peace
read
and
a
love,
really
man.
I did read a really interesting article about people who start up brands and things, and like in particular it's like tends to be like people who do like high end stuff,
Mm.
and they start out and they have this design or whatever, and they have this really fancy logo, but no one knows what the fuck they do.
Mm.
And the problem is that people are like imitating people like Gucci, like Louis Vuitton, whatever, and shit like that. But they're imitating them when they're at their peak. And what they actually need to do is imitate them when they're at the same size that you are now. So if you're running a brand, you need to go, well, what were they doing when they were my size to get their name out there, to get things going? Because people won't just assume that you've been around for fucking ages. They want to grow
Mm.
with you, sort of thing. It's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Mm.
Maybe
Well, I
maybe we
think
should do that for Rewind.
you do see that a lot, I think, where you see a lot of brands that kind of put more effort into kind of like building their website and their story rather than actually focusing on design. And it's kind of like case in point would be like the fucking hundreds of fucking thousands of brands around the world, but it's just like a little left chest, like basically copying like Represent, the little left chest text and then just big text on the back, and that's it. And the
That
only thing that they've got to say for themselves is, oh, they're really nice t-shirts though. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't justify me spending like 80 quid. And it's like your thoughts have just gone into the story of
Yeah,
the
but
brand rather
aren't
than
aren't they the
like
best ones to
that
print
looks
though?
fucking cool. Huh?
I don't give a shit because they're the best ones to print. Like, yeah, fucking give
Oh,
me
I
money.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I know. But it's, yeah, I just I don't get that. It's kind of like this design aesthetic for me always came first, and it was like
hello.
sorry, I thought somebody was at my door. Yeah, the design always came first, like, and then everything else kind of followed because it's like it has to look right before it, I guess, has any meaning or anything like that. I don't know if that's the right
Yeah.
way to look at it, but yeah, I
What do
just
you
like
think
fucking
about
drawing,
when?
basically.
Yeah. What do you think about when, in particular, when it's someone on their own, or just like, one or two people doing a brand, and everything they write, they talk about as if, our team here have done this, or like, try and make it sound like they're a way bigger company than they are. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
read
think
that and I go, I'd rather you say I did this or whatever.
yeah.
But
So with Downcast, I always said we, and it was purely because in the
You're
beginning,
French.
fuck off. Um, you're such a prick. That was very good. It was purely because Nick's helped me in the beginning, my wife. So she used to help me just like
right, yeah,
folding
yeah. So it
shirts
was
and
we,
fucking
yeah.
all that. Yeah, it was, but then for a long time it wasn't. It was just me, but I just carried it on because it was kind of like she still was involved here and there, sort of thing, and did post office runs and everything. But I don't know, even with like Inky Cow, like I've always said we, and I don't do it on purpose. It's just like I don't know, it just feels weird saying I,
Right,
like when I
yeah.
did Downcast for so long and I'd always say we, it's just kind of like transitioned
I
over
think
very
I think
naturally.
we's understandable because unless you're
I
literally
wouldn't
doing
say my team.
no, but if
Like,
you're doing every part of
No,
your
yeah, yeah.
brand, for example,
Mm.
you're gonna be unless you're doing literally everything yourself,
Mhm.
like you're gonna be a we because you're at some point you're relying on someone else to do something, like the printing,
Yeah.
for example. If you've got a good relationship with your printer, it's a we, isn't it? Because you're
Yeah.
working together on that.
Mm.
But yeah, it's yeah. I agree with you. Like when people make things
Mm.
make out they're bigger than they are.
Well, it's
I've
just
got
fucking
I
I've
lying.
think
got a friend who runs a brand, and he has got different emails for different departments in the brand. So there's obviously an art department, accounting,
yeah.
blah blah, and every single person on those list of
That
people, and
cringes me the fuck out. That.
no, this is brilliant. This is actually brilliant. They're on the website, and they've got headshots and everything of all the people that work for them, and
No way.
they're all fake people, but they're all the fake characters that people have used in like films and TV, in particular Seinfeld. So there's
Brilliant.
there's Art Vandelay on there, like there's all sorts of shit on there. There's Nick Gold, it's just all people that don't actually exist. But if you know, it's a joke. It's not done with any seriousness. It
Yeah.
all comes to the same person,
Right.
and you always get a reply for the same person. But if you know,
What's he
that
signing
it's
emails off as?
what do you mean? Oh no, just the brand, like the brand. But if you send an email to like Art Vandelay, for example, you'll get a reply back from
From Art Vandelay.
no from the brand owner.
Okay,
You'll
right, yeah.
get a reply back from them. So it's just a little joke that they have just to make it a bit more fun for them. You know, it's just a little. It's
No,
not. It's not.
I said cringe because I thought you meant that somebody had set up different emails for different departments, even though it was just them in a
No.
serious
It's
way
all
to
it's
make
done.
themselves seem bigger.
it's-
And I was like, that's fucking cringy.
Just done for fun, like pure bants.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. Yeah.
No, I'm all for that.
I do like the idea of setting up an accounts at Disprints and then having Sandra from accounting chase all the invoices. So.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. We're chasing an
She
invoice.
can be brutal.
Yeah, you need to speak to Sandra, mate. She is the fucking one. You need to have a word with
Yeah.
her. She'll
Yeah,
sort you
and then
out.
you can make yourself look better as well, and you'd be like, "Look, I'm really sorry about Sandra. Like she's a bit of a bitch. We're considering letting her go."
But she does bring the money in.
Yeah, she's a hard worker, but she's a cunt.
You can't say things like that, Darcy.
Oh,
You
I'm
can't
sorry.
use words. Can't use words like that. And this is a family
Oh.
podcast.
That's right. He can edit out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a family for family people. Yeah, come on.
Families of fucking sociopaths.
You've got I want to know, Alex, how much do you cherry pick the shit that goes on your Instagram? Because it seems like you have this amazing ability to work with really cool artists all the
That's
fucking
a
time.
very good question.
Isn't that a great question?
Because I know there's lots of stuff I don't post because it's fucking
Yeah.
boring.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
post a lot of cool stuff. Like you do.
Mm.
I mean, I definitely
thanks, mate.
get yeah, well done, Darcy. No, I definitely
This
get a lot
podcast is
of
about
cool
me,
stuff.
Alex. Me.
And but I put the cool stuff I get now down to the fact that I did cherry pick at the beginning,
Mm.
and that is a stolen tactic from one of the shirt show guys. They kept saying, you know, post the things you want to do more of.
Mm.
You know, you can print for the
Blowjobs.
local plumbing
Receiving.
company.
Not giving, receiving.
Of course, yeah. You put that in the description. Receiving only.
Yeah.
But no, it seems to have worked. I don't have building companies and plumbers come and ask me for stuff anymore. I get artists and creatives,
Yeah.
and it's great. I love it.
Which is great
Until they're
because
annoying.
builders and plumbers and electricians now, they come to you as if they're brands.
True. That
They
does happen.
they want, oh, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. And you're like, mate, it's going to be fucking ruined in 2 weeks. Why are you going to all this effort for a fucking t-shirt?
I had a skate park construction company ask me.
Did it begin
if I
with
could
M?
source- No, it didn't.
You know the one I'm on about.
Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're building the new big one down in Brighton. I'm fucking
do well,
itching for
yeah.
it to open. Yeah. It was supposed to open like fucking 6 weeks ago or something like that. And
Where's
I
that
spoke
then?
to
Is it not the
it's
level?
by Hove Lagoon on the seafront. No, the level's a
yes.
different park. So they've already got a skate park at the lagoon, but it's just old and battered and
Oh, I
yeah.
see, yeah.
So they're building this massive new park. And it's really fucking cool. But I was speaking to Ellis's skate instructor guy, and he was like, it was supposed to open about 6 weeks ago, and basically it's all been signed off, all the landscaping's done, but the council keep coming down and going, that's not perfect, so it keeps getting delayed by 2 weeks, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, guys, come on now. It's just anyway,
That's fairly unusual. Usually the local council are itching to open it and stop paying the guys for being there. Like.
yeah, exactly. But it was I think he said it was 6 weeks ago it was supposed to open, and it's just like, well, we've missed fucking summer now, haven't we? And it's like, and it's floodlit, which is pretty cool. Like, you know, you can skate late and everything, but it's like the weather's turning now, so yeah, bit shit. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, they just they came to me and said, asked me if I could source any. I can't remember the exact phrase, but effectively the opposite of the dirt resistant t-shirts is what they wanted, and I said I don't know what that is.
Well,
is that
no
a thing?
one knows
bags?
no one knows what that is. It doesn't fucking exist.
And then he was like, maybe we could Scotch
Dirt
guard them or
resistant.
something. I was like, what? What are you talking about? That job did not come through.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's going to be
Fucking
able to do that.
No.
dirt resistant. Well, I know you can get so my wife's a dog groomer and she buys these hair resistant clothes for dog grooming so the hair doesn't get in all the
Yeah.
clothes and becomes really itchy and stuff like that. So I imagine it's probably a similar sort of thing, but I don't know where the fuck you get it from. And most of that is it's like tunics and stuff like it's not t-shirts like
Right, yeah. No,
You
I've
know.
not, yeah. It seemed like he'd made it up, but he seemed pretty confident it exists.
Listener, if you're aware of any dirt-resistant clothing, please let us know. Unless he means that stuff that's
Singular
been-
listener.
Yeah, oh, you always
Just
I
got,
bet,
listener.
no, I'll
always
tell
got
you
to
what,
talk
I
to this
bet, I
one
bet you
person.
what's happened is he's gone to another print shop before you, had some stuff printed, and the printer's gone, yeah, this is dirt resistant t-shirts, mate. They'll fucking knock them out
Yeah,
the park the
probably,
last
yeah,
8 years. Like,
Add
and
20%.
it's just fucking GDO 5s.
Yeah. Only the finest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great because they fall apart before they get a chance to get dirty.
Yeah, that's
They come with extra
print-
air holes as well.
yeah, it's
so,
breathable.
so you have got, that's your basic advice for everyone then, is just to post all your cool shit and then you'll get more cool shit.
Yeah, I mean, it does mean, I noticed the other day I hadn't posted in about a month. So I sort of, the next few jobs I did, I was looking at them going, right, at least one of these am I going to post now? Because, it'd been a while. And then I also, I do sort of think about it. I look back and I was like, cool, everything I've posted recently has been like one color. So I printed and took a photo of the most colorful thing I possibly could just to brighten that thing up again. And
You're filled with dreams in your Instagram, aren't you?
What does that mean?
Like you're built, you've seen Field of Dreams.
I don't
But
watch
manifesting.
Build it and they will come.
Films. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Do you
Work.
with social media, do you, so obviously you've just said like you haven't posted in like a month or whatever. Like if I haven't posted for like a week or 10 days or whatever, like I really like get like not the itch, that's the wrong word, but kind of like feel the need to post something because it's like,
yeah, absolutely, just to remind people you're still there, sort of thing. If
yeah,
anything, if nothing else.
but it's difficult, like, because if you don't have the work that you're happy to put on there, like it just feels a bit pointless.
And
But,
that's
like,
when
I don't know,
end up going for a month without posting because I'm like, well, nothing in this last month, although it's all been nice stuff or whatever, nothing's got me so excited that I want to, take a picture and show the world, sort of thing.
yeah.
I posted the AS Color reel that I made with all the shit they sent me on the 28th of June, and I haven't posted anything since. And before that, the next thing that I posted was the 5th of August 2023.
Yeah, but I think you're in a different boat though. You're in a different boat.
Yeah,
because
I
you're
have
doing
work
the contract
coming.
stuff.
I can't share any. I'd love to share some of the shit I do because it is
Yeah,
quite
because
cool.
you do some fucking cool stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody right.
yeah,
You do, yeah.
you're in a different sphere, and it's like I think I'm phasing out now of like getting the plumbers and builders and stuff like that. Like, I've still got a couple, but they're quite big firms, so they're worth doing. It's like it's not like the old
Absolutely.
10 shirts or whatever sort of thing, and it's just like it's just going to be an arse ache. Like I'd like to keep the big ones because they pay the bills essentially.
Oh yeah, and I'm never going to turn them down.
No, but I'm finding I'm getting less and less of them. So I've had a couple of new artists on recently. Have been really cool. Like bands, I always enjoy printing for them. I don't enjoy getting payment. But then like things like clothing brands and just cool fucking businesses. Like we still do a lot of breweries and a lot of people a lot of businesses in the hospitality industry and that's really cool. Like that's kind of where I kind of like really started working when I was an adult. Like I had like odd jobs and stuff, but I spent like a good chunk of my adult working life in the hospitality industry. So it's like it's just naturally gravitated towards that. But it's like, yeah, so I printed for a mate of mine's festival not too long ago, and then through that, like I've got loads of work because he's big in the music scene and everything, and it's kind of people have said to him like, where'd you get shirts done? And then I've had people come to me, and it's people that I've been like aware of for years, but just never like, I don't know, just never really thought to ask. It's
Never made that connection.
yeah, and I think it feels to me it feels weirder from a sales point of view. Like I'm quite confident going out there and doing fucking cold calls and just reaching out to people cold. I worked in sales before. I'm not bothered by that. But the one I find weird is when I do have a mutual connection because I'm adding in like a third person sort of thing in the middle. It's like, oh, I'm mates with blah blah blah, and it's kind of like,
It goes
I
either
don't
way,
know.
that doesn't it?
Yeah,
I feel
I don't know.
like there's more pressure when there's a friend
Yeah.
in the middle. I always feel a bit more pressure. Like
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want to let make my friend look stupid for recommending me or anything like that. Like,
I'm quite happy to make everyone look stupid all the time.
That's Pab's contribution to
And that's
this
what I like about you.
conversation.
And just to make an actual point of doing that, in the show notes, I've just noticed that Darcy has written, Pav wants to put his willy in Alex.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You are wrong, because actually Pav wants to put his willy in not Pav.
Fair.
Now, there is something we have to touch on.
You know where I am?
It's very. I do know where you are, actually. And you've been to my house. And I've made you bacon.
Yes. I've seen your childhood bedroom.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Making bacon.
Yeah.
You want to come over and make some bacon?
Make the beast with two backs.
Do you want to come over and I'll show you my frying pan?
I've not played it in weeks.
Let's get streaky. There is something we have to talk about. It's very important. Very, very important.
Oh, very important.
You're now part of the Cruiser Club, aren't you?
I am.
So, listener,
thanks to your convincing.
Yeah, for as long as I've known Alex, which is actually quite some years now. Actually, probably about as long as I've known Darcy. He's always had a press that's been fucking fighting him. Basically, it's like having a colleague at work that every time you go to do some work, rugby tackles you. That's how I'll describe your other press.
Pretty accurate, yeah.
And
someone wants to buy it off me as well.
And fucking sell it, mate. Let him have it. Especially if you don't like that person, let him have it. Just let him have it.
I quite like him. He's this close to getting me asking if we can have him in the group. He's a pretty good guy.
He can come in the group, but then whenever he puts a message in the group asking why he's got problems, we'll just like reply back to your messages about
it's your press, yeah.
2 years ago.
I know, and I've been honest with him. I said to him, I was like, look, there's a reason I've replaced it. It is a nightmare. If you're willing to put the work in, you can I will come up with a price, but I haven't come up with a price yet.
What is it? Is it a Riley?
It is a I can't remember if it's
the 250, isn't it?
The name,
one of the old
250
ones,
or the Junior. One of the old ones. The guy who sold it to me told me it was the first one in this country. So it's that old, however old that is. First Riley Hopkins in this, first green Riley Hopkins in this country.
20 years or something.
Yeah, it must be. So
no, I don't think it's quite that old, is it? Because they were BMW Hopkins before, weren't they? And that was like late 99, early 2000s, wasn't it?
That was it.
Yeah.
So it's Riley Hopkins, a merging of two companies, like Riley and
Yes. Yeah, BMW Hopkins was one, and then there was Riley something or other, and they merged and became Riley Hopkins.
You don't see any BMW. I've never heard BMW Hopkins.
Well, actually, you do, but they look. Whenever you see them for sale, they look remarkably like the old M&Rs, like the old Chameleons, because they're the same shape. frame.
Yeah. I know which ones you mean.
Yeah,
they're proper heavy duty.
Oh yeah, they are. They're big. They're
like that big square box tube aluminium. Not aluminium, still.
Yeah, they're you don't see them for sale. I mean, it's in the same way, probably actually. You don't see
one
Chameleons
of them
for sale,
came up
do you?
in the I think it was in one of the screen printing groups, like that. I think it was the SPW group. One of them came up for sale not too long ago, I think. But the bloke was asking for fucking silly money for it.
Wow, if it's still good though, like.
Yeah, I suppose, but it had no micro reg or anything. It's just rear clamps, no micros or anything. It's like it's just a heap of metal with clamps and a spinny thing.
You got to be part of the Cruiser Club, haven't you? Got to be part of the Cruiser Club.
Although
Sorry,
I
Danny.
still haven't set mine up right. I still haven't set mine up right. And this is where that maybe I'll have to buy Jimbo's tension meter. All my screens are all just completely off whack tension wise.
Yeah, I mean that could be it.
I'm still not getting 100% the same on each palette. It's currently close enough.
But if you've got, even if all your screens were low tension, when you're doing a multicolor job, they all need to be roughly the same tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So,
I think that's
even knowing that they're all low tension is fine, as long as you know they're all like in the lower range, but you're putting.
They're all over the place though. Some of them are 5 years old, some of them are 5 months old.
Like, so you're gonna get that as an issue. I've got mine all like set now. They're all color coded to roughly what tension we were, so I can.
Oh, so if you were going to do a multicolor, you'd use all green screens or all blue screens or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, that's clever. I might have to do that.
Yeah, because otherwise you will have, if you've got one that is a low tension, that will obviously screen mesh drag more than the one next to it, and then you'll never be able to register it ever. It just won't work.
Mm.
Well, I think that's might be where I'm at now. Either that, or I still haven't fully got that cruiser set up properly.
Yeah, the one thing I really noticed when I got the cruiser with the side clamps was it really showed up how shit my screens were. Like really showed up because there was nowhere for them to go. They were fucking held there. They weren't going anywhere. Any slack in the screen, any warping or anything, it was there, for all to see.
Yeah.
I think when you've got rear clamps, you can like make a lot of adjustments with angles and pressures and shit like that. It's just you can't do that on a. I mean, yeah, I think you can to a certain extent, but nowhere near as much as on rear clamps.
I've definitely just printed a job where it was one pull towards me and one pull sort of diagonal to cover the base. So there is, but I'd love to not do that. So I'm gonna have to work out where. I'm assuming that probably is tension and warpage and all that kind of stuff.
I had a job on not too long ago, and it was a 4-color, and one of the screens, it was one of the ones that I was going to be sent off to get remeshed, but I just run out of 77, so I was like, I just need to use it, and I managed to fix it, and I had to write on the screen, like on a bit of tape, use low angle, like rather than the standard print angle, and I was like literally just basically fucking laying the squeegee flat and putting it across, and it worked, but it was a bit of a head fuck because it's like, this isn't how I should print.
Yeah,
like
so you're nervous every time you do it as well. Like,
literally, they're expensive t-shirts as well, and I was just like, yeah, this is fucking stupid. Why am I doing this? But yeah, mesh tension, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of mesh tension, I think I brought this up with you guys. Listener, if you're interested in learning a little bit about screen printing, some of the new videos on the Ryonet website with Colin Huggins, great name, The Deep Dive, fantastic, absolutely amazing.
The bald guy?
Yeah. That guy knows his shit. He
does.
He proper knows his onions, and there's no bullshit. There's no nonsense. There's no like fancy video edits and shit like that. He's literally he comes and goes, "Hi, we're now going to talk about this," and then for 20 minutes he talks about this, any issues you might have from this, things to look out for, blah blah. It's fucking banging. Obviously, I know it all anyway, so I'm not really that bothered. But like, I just go to a little refresher
on Instagram accounts. Do you know? Do you follow John McGee, the traveling screen printer?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it? Some of the shit he puts up. A lot of it's like Alex, a lot of the stuff that he does now. It's all like archive stuff where he's got shirts that he's printed all from other shops and stuff like that. But it's like, it's so fucking cool, and it's like a lot of it is like, it's just a dive back in time, like just going through the archive sort of thing of like, and seeing what's possible with screen printing. It's fucking insane.
There was one he did that was a t-shirt for Burton, the snowboarding. Did you see it? Snowboarding t-shirt, and it had
that one, no.
had the Burton logo, just a normal printed t-shirt, just looked like a normal t-shirt with the, like the clear long stickers you get with the size, and it tells you down the side, so when they're folded up you can see it. Right, had that on it, and he was like, and everyone's like, well, why are you showing this one? And then he ran his hand over the sticker, and the sticker was printed, but it was printed, and he'd printed the sticker in like ever so slightly opaque white, and then put like a medium gloss over the top of it, so it looked like it was and honestly, he held it up, and you just thought it was a T-shirt with the size sticker on it down the side, and it wasn't. It was printed, and it was fucking insane. I know that, listener, this is going to sound mental, but when I saw that, it made my dick fizz. I was like, that is fucking banging.
And the thing is, why would you ever want to do that? As
It was purely
as
just
awesome
purely
as
just
it
to show
is,
his.
yeah.
It was just his skills, just to show his skills off.
Yeah. That is
Well,
a
I've
that
just
is a
followed
why
him, so
not
I'll have a
print.
look.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he's great.
If I can find it on the old Instagram, I'll send it to you guys in a bit. But yeah, it blew my mind. I have to say, it was I mean it was so impressive that I sent it to a few friends who aren't in the print world, and I was like, what do you think of this? And they were like, what? And I was like, that the label's printed. They were like, fuck off. I was like, yeah, it looked. Oh, I'll watch it seriously. We'll put the link up to that video in the show notes for
Yeah.
this, won't we, Darcy?
If I remember, yeah.
Well, you fucking will. You're going editing, Darcy. When you hear this, remember to do that. There you go.
Oh, very nice.
Why are you giving me more jobs?
Because you need more jobs.
Fuck off.
Got to keep you busy.
Yeah, I found the video. I'll send it to you guys in a
Got to
bit.
keep me stressed.
No, you're all right. Don't worry. Anyway, welcome to the Cruiser Club.
Yes. Have you ever left anything that you really shouldn't have in one of your podcasts?
Not really. Don't think.
Uh,
Have we?
no, I don't think so.
I don't think we have. There's not a lot that we can't leave
Yeah.
in. I don't think. Generally.
No. We've never been that bad. It's more just me editing out Pav saying shit he shouldn't have. But no, I don't think I've ever missed anything.
What I try and do now is, if I know I'm going to say something really offensive, I'll make sure I say it in a part of the podcast that can't be cut out.
Hmm.
Or I'll say it like in the middle when someone's answering a question. There's a pause. I'll say it then, just to get it in there so Darcy can't cut it out. I can see you.
Oh, look at that timing! Everyone's back.
Yeah, that's a really, really quick call. It wasn't the emergency I thought it was. It's okay.
Oh, that's good. Nobody's died.
No, I have just sent you both that video on Instagram of the Burton t-shirt.
Oh, cool.
Just before I
Check it out
forget
in a bit.
Yeah. Where were we? Where were we?
I was going to ask you. It's not on the notes or anything. Not a question.
Is that allowed?
How
Don't go on.
how long have you been printing? When did this print start?
That's I get asked that so often. Maybe.
Well, I suppose
15
it started before Disprints because you were doing your own jobs.
Absolutely. Yeah. I reckon I started when I was about 15 or 16.
Oh, fucking hell.
Maybe a bit old. Definitely not 18 yet, but 10, 15 years. I'm not sure. I've lost track.
Nice.
I still feel like I'm like a newbie.
By that reckoning, then you are, I don't know, maybe apart from Pav, you're probably the most experienced printer in the.
I think he's got longer than me.
Which is terrible because I ask the most questions.
You're the granddad. You ask the most questions because you're fucking senile. You're definitely the granddad of the group.
Yeah, I actually had a Facebook thing come up the other day of a post I put up when I was doing what I considered a big job at the time, and
2 t-shirts.
Yeah, it was only like 30 shirts. It was 2011, I think it was.
Here's another question for you. Do you remember your first customer, like your first commercial customer?
Oh, customer. No, I don't.
And have they paid you yet?
Yeah.
How about you, Pav?
Oh yeah, I've still got them. So yeah.
No.
Yeah, still got them.
Have you?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
It was a custom car company. That's one of the people I actually sort of started printing for.
I'm all meant. What the fuck are they still doing coming to you?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, they just know they get the deals, man. Give them the deals. Give them the deals.
I could probably work out what my first customer was as Disprints, but I did a few. I was doing it a little bit before then, before I decided to, start a company and do it properly. And I wouldn't be able to track that down, I don't think.
Mm.
I'd like to, though. I might give that a go.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
wanna
popped
know.
into my head. I had like a flashback to like the first print job I ever did, and yeah, I still have him as well, which is quite nice. So yeah,
Really? What's that?
Yeah, what's he doing?
What's he doing? How does that feel, bitch?
he's not right in the fucking head.
Clearly.
No. And he's a friend, so he can't go anywhere else. Anyway, right. Question. What's next?
Oh God. Actually, start making some money. I think.
Not allowed to in this industry. It's illegal.
No, I don't think so. I would love to make some money, and it's not even this company's fault or my business's fault. It's real life, isn't it?
It's fucking expensive just
It's
existing
horrible.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Like we went out for lunch today. Actually, we did go out for lunch today, but we went out for lunch a few weeks ago, and it was me, Nix, and Ellis, and we only went to fucking Zzz's, right? So 2 adults and a child, and we spent 100 quid at lunch.
Mental, innit?
Yeah.
I was just like, how the fuck have we done that? Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, anyway, but yeah, we went out for lunch today, and we went to Wagamama's, and
Wagamama.
yeah, didn't have any booze or anything like that. I was like, I'm just gonna have some water, and yeah, spent 60 quid, I think it was. It's just mental.
Did I tell you about
Basically,
my the thing that happened to me in Wagamama's with the family, and I was about to complain.
What did you do to them?
No, so in the Wagamama's, it's that you sit where you sit sort of thing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
fair enough. So
Did,
when
did
we
you try and join the family?
No, the opposite. So
Please
Jan
adopt me.
and I got in there and sat down, and at the time, the only 2 seats that were available were in the middle of a long bench, and there was a group to our left, and then a pair to our right, and then another family next to them. And we'd obviously got in there after all those people, so we were in there, and during the course of our meal, all of those people left. So we're then right in the middle of this block, and then while we're eating, this massive group turns up, and they're all foreign, and the only place they could all sit was if they straddled our bit of the table, which is fine. Like whatever, it's fine as long as they're like talking and sticking to their side of the table's groups. But they fucking weren't. They were literally reaching over, like, and handing stuff to each other over the top of us and having conversations through the middle of us, like leaning in.
so you were in the middle of them.
I'm literally right in the middle, like me and my missus are facing each other, and they're either side of us. And I was at the point where I was about to break someone's leg. I was getting really fucking annoyed by it. And I was about to say to the Wagamama's people, look, any chance, I know it's a big ask, but can we move to the end of this row, or either end of this row, ask these people to shuffle up, and then we'll sit on the end, because I'm starting to lose my shit with it. And literally, as I was about to ask, one of the waitresses come up, she went, how about we move you to the end? Would you mind moving to the end? And then we'll shut up. I went, that's fine, no problem at all. Anyway, they come over at the end of the end of our meal, and they said, oh, thank you so much for moving and accommodating this family. We really appreciate it. So they comped the whole meal and then gave us a voucher for 20 quid. I know. I was about to have a ruck in there. I was about to start turning things upside down. And
do you think they saw that on your face and they
probably,
were like,
they were like, we can't afford this. Like,
yeah. quick, save him now. Like, yeah.
Oh, I love Wagamama's.
Oh, it's good when someone does their job right, isn't it?
It might be that I wouldn't know. It might be the best place.
Yeah, I'm partial to a Wagamama's. But yeah, what's next? Do you have? Next? Yeah, and yeah, hang on, 2-parter. What's next? And have you ever thought about restarting a brand or starting a new brand?
Because we are the brand socials, so we need to keep it on brand.
Yes, well, I am half thinking about doing that now.
Good.
The only thing stopping me is the sales part. The hard part. I've got so many friends who are incredible artists. I've got a few ideas, but I just can't be bothered to try and sell something anymore. That's my problem.
Just
I
do
need
what we
to-
do with Rewind. Make really good designs. Put them up on the website. You haven't got to worry about them selling because they won't.
Yeah, that's
Or
kind of my plan.
I think when we started Rewind, and obviously the brand's still very young. I mean, according to when it was founded, it's 2 years old, but it took us a year to get the domain sorted. So it's actually only a year old. I
That's
think
not
when
what my
we
embroidered
started,
jacket says.
what's it say?
2022, my embroidered jacket says.
Yeah, I know, because that's when we started it.
Yeah, but is it? Anyway, carry on. I'll let you off. Carry on.
That's when we came up with the idea for the brand and all that, blah blah
Okay.
blah.
Do
Right, give me the
you-
jacket back then.
do you do like do you push it a lot, or do you just
Not
or
enough.
you just
we
do you
were.
put it on the website and hope?
I think we went through a phase where we had, and we spoke about this on the last pod that me and Pav did, and I think we had a few designs where we had it really easy, didn't we? I think we had, was it 3 we had on the trot? No, was it 2? I can't remember. We did Jurassic and then we did Human Traffic, and they both did
all right.
really, really well. I mean, no, I'm going to say they did really, really fucking well purely because of the size of the brand that we are. Like, you know, fucking 20, 25 pre-orders or whatever it was on a brand with, at the time, 100 followers or 120 followers or whatever it is. It's fucking brilliant. Like,
Pre-orders are terrible at the moment.
yeah,
it's
but
like
we
nobody
did
wants to buy it until
really
it's
well on
made.
them. But I think the whole thing with the pre-orders, and we've had quite a lot of brands on here that do the pre-order model. So I think we've taken lessons from that and actually asked them, like maybe not necessarily on the pod, but we've spoken to them outside of the pod. What do you do? How do you do it? How does it work? What works for you, sort of thing. And we've kind of put some of those into practice. But I think what happened was we did those 2. They did really, really well. And then we released 2 more. My one fucking died a death. And then Pav's one, which I thought was going to do really well, which was the Talk Boy tee, just didn't do anything either. And it was kind of like when you've had 2 that do really well, it feels like a bit of a kick in the dick. And it's like, you know, you're not entitled to sales, obviously. But I think we lost probably a little bit of momentum. But I think we're both pretty psyched for the next.
The next one's going to be banging, yeah.
We're actually doing a drop this time, aren't we? It's all pre-ordered still, but it's a drop in celebration of a certain day from a certain film series.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Independence Day.
No, that will be fucking sick though.
That's a good film to do on. Right, let's save that.
Add that to the list.
Write that down, yeah.
But I am actually going to write that down. Hang on.
I didn't know you could write.
It's oh fucking hell, I can't.
He's French, so he's right.
Turns out he can't. Yeah.
He's French, so he's writing on a piece of parchment using a baguette and some red wine.
But yeah, that's I think I think the thing is like, because we lost the momentum and both me and Pav were ridiculously fucking busy, it was just, it just got put on the back burner. And it was the same with the pod, like, you know, because we didn't really have any, like, we've got lots of people that we're speaking to about coming on, but we didn't have anything like firmed up. So we were like, rather than releasing shit or re-releasing episodes or getting old guests on, and you know, there's lots of old guests that we really want to have back on, but I feel like we need to wait a little while, or like have an actual reason to have them back on, rather than let's just fill a spot, sort of thing. So we took a bit of a break from the pod as well. But yeah, I think we're back on it with Rewind. We just need to actually get back on socials. Like, we are doing work with it. It's just
it's
haven't
a strange
been showing
one, because especially with socials, it's like I don't, as cool as some of the stuff is, I don't ever go, oh, I'll buy that when a clothing company advertises to me on a social platform.
You can't advertise with an advertisement now. It's just got to be, you've got to have cool shit and people are going to buy it. You can't go, buy my stuff. That doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, the thing is, though, is what we're doing is because we're doing the pop culture stuff. It's like it appeals to people. I think probably on like a different level sort of thing. It's not just it's a cool shirt. It's like I remember fucking like where is it? That shirt. That Jurassic Park shirt. Everybody knows what that fucking is. Everybody's
Yeah.
seen fucking Jurassic Park, and I don't know anybody who doesn't like Jurassic Park. If you don't like Jurassic Park, you're a fucking idiot. Stop listening. And there's the little sneak peek of the.
I nearly pointed it out, and then I thought I didn't want supposed to be spotted.
I've hidden it now. So listener, there's if you're watching on YouTube, I mean, if you're listening to this, go watch it on YouTube and see if you can figure out what our drop is.
And here's a sneak peek of my old mattress. I've turned it that way round so you haven't got the stains for all the birds I finger blasted on it.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
That's the mattress from the dungeon where Pav puts the women that he's kidnapped.
You slept in this room, didn't you?
Yeah, when you kidnap me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember what my fucking question was. Oh yeah, brand or what's next?
Yeah. Tell us about this. What do you brand? Come on.
Oh,
Let us persuade you.
If I do, well, you kind of almost just mentioned all my fears just then with the releasing something and it just being it doesn't take off how you want it to, and it's quite demoralizing or whatever, and you're like, do I want to do the next one? I've got no artwork at the moment, but like I say, I know at least 10 artists that I want to use and will be up for it. But I don't want to. Yeah, it's basically there's around here. There's a lot of sort of like folk tales. There's one just a mile down the road about a dragon slayer. A mile down the road the other way of a guy who gets killed by the devil in a cave. And I kind of want to give these stories to some artists and have them draw some stuff and then just put that.
That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
But I don't want to. Like you said, kind of like what you just said. I've already played that over 100 times in my head of just like, I'll print 20 of each design or whatever, and then 2 of my mates will buy 2 T-shirts, and then I'm sat on all this stock or whatever.
And just do the pre-order thing. Oh, there we go. There's the point I was getting at. So when we started Rewind, the first few, I think it was the first 3 designs we did.
Yeah, we just did them, didn't we?
Yeah, we printed them, and most of them are still sat there. And then we shifted to the pre-order one, and we've not had a single return. We've not had anybody moan about sizing or anything like that. And it's literally we've printed what we've sold, and that's it. And some of them haven't been a huge amount, but
there's no waste.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like I think
just do your you got to do like samples, but we just do it with DTF.
Yeah,
do DTF samples, so you got a picture to put up. Yeah. That one
that
we've got coming out, that's a DTF sample, isn't it, Darcy?
Shall I show him? Shall I show the list?
Yeah, go on, grab it quick.
Not the one that was just behind you. You DTF'd a black print. What's wrong with you?
No. So that's the front print.
Very nice.
May as well say, listener, it's a Back to the Future print. Listen.
And then the back print, I don't know where you're going to sit. I
showed
you this.
On the back? Yeah, you showed us that. That's cool. Yeah.
So it's just going to be like a full length back piece of like the behind the scenes photos. I made a boo boo on that design because I finished the design and I sent it to Pav, and we were both like, yeah, that's fucking cool. And then so I wanted to keep it Back to the Future 1 strictly because Pav has done Back to the Future 2. And then we've got a cap that, I mean, I'm personally not a fan of Back to the Future 3. I think it's the worst one in the series.
You're wrong, but carry on.
1 and 2 are god tier. It's not a bad film, but it's in comparison to the other 2, it's my least favorite. So I wasn't that bothered. But and then we've got another piece that is a combination of all 3 films. But point.
You made a boo-boo.
Come on.
You made a boo-boo.
Oh yeah, I made a boo-boo. That was it. So yeah, so when I was doing that back print, I found a really, really cool, Pav found a really cool behind the scenes photo of Christopher Lloyd's, Michael J. Fox, and the dog that is called Tiger in real life. and I thought it was from the first film, and then I
No.
set it up, I half toned it all and everything. I was like, they're the shoes from Back to the Future 2. I was just like, oh, for fuck's
Just
sake!
cut them
So
out.
that's
Cut them out.
oh, I was like, but then Pav was like, yeah, you should have kind of picked that up on the fucking jacket as well, and I was like, yeah. Now I'm seeing it, but
He
I was
got
like,
so
I just seen it.
excited.
I was like, that's such a cool pic. It's such a cool image, and I was like, and I just ran with it rather than actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I had to go and redo the design, but yeah, I'll probably
But
press that tomorrow.
that
and,
is the way though, Alex. You need to like just get on, just do it, just
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah.
and then
I've
make
been
some
talking about it a
samples
lot
of
recently.
DTF. Just do it, just do it.
Darcy, have you pressed that back print on anything yet?
not yet, no.
I'm interested to see if there's
I
any
know,
glue
me
or
too.
anything like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, very curious to see how that turns up. But yeah, we've got a few cool ones coming out. Here's a random one that I put together,
Oh, very nice.
which
good.
is going on.
Wait till you see the hat it's going on.
What
Fucking
about-
how cool is that?
Oh,
How cool
the
is
surf
that?
rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Listen to the Ascolor surf rope hat, red and white, Bosch, Bubba Gump logo.
I tell you what, I've just done. I don't know if you've ever printed like transfers on those. Not sure if it's the same for DTF. I just did a load right here.
Hmm.
This is just the ropeless surf cap. I had to put zero pressure on this, otherwise the transfers just didn't stick at all.
Really?
So it's really the most counterintuitive thing I've ever done.
So you know I'm the DTF queen here, right?
Well, I mean, these were screen printed transfers, so that might be.
Oh,
might be
okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, I have zero knowledge of screen printed transfers. So.
But yeah, so they weren't working, and so I was whacking the pressure off even more, and they were just peeling off. And then
Oh, really?
for some reason, I just went the other way, and it sat perfectly, which was, yeah, the most counterintuitive thing I've ever done on a heat press. But
I think Pav's just gone for a piss in the corner.
just adding another stain to that mattress.
But what's funnier is he can't hear us, so he's only going to hear this back on the edit.
He's
And
not
I'm
going to
leaving it
listen
in.
back, is he?
Oh yeah, he does.
I heard
He
all of
does.
that. I thought I could hear water running. Sorry.
Yeah, it's leaking out of that mattress.
Mate, that's dry and crusty. There's no moisture left in that. Like Gandhi's flip flop.
Oh. Right, so you're considering starting the brand then?
No, he's not
Yeah,
considering it. He's doing it.
It's like 90% I'm going to do it. The next step. So what is next is I have to pay some artists to draw me some cool stuff.
Fine. Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah. And yeah, like I've got multiple stories in my like themes or whatever. Okay, so here's a question then. And it could, I mean, I could ask similar about movies for you as well. Do you think it's a good or a bad idea to do a drop with multiple different designs of the same subject? So in your case, it would be multiple Jurassic Park things at the same time. Or would you say, no, do one at a time sort of thing?
If they're different products, I think yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It would.
For
My
me,
thought was.
it'd be
Go on.
the quality over quantity thing for me. I think if all the designs are really strong, then yeah, fucking why not? But it's like for instance, I wouldn't go, I'm going to do 3 t-shirts on the very first Jurassic Park. I'd do Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3 or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, if it's exactly the same subject matter, I'd say no, don't do it.
Yeah, because my
Because it's-
thinking behind it is, again, I know these people, and I really want to use all these different artists. What I don't want to do is waste one artist and one story on one like together and then later down the line go, oh, actually, I really wish I'd got so and so to draw something for that or whatever. Like,
Right, I see what you mean.
It's
Yeah.
So
well,
I was-
first
I mean,
of all, nothing you do will ever be a waste. Like you can't.
No,
ever-
it's a wasted opportunity more than a wasted product.
Yeah, but doing
Yeah.
it is better than not doing it.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like doing anything is better than doing nothing. in this instance.
I
So
agree there. Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna make some fuck ups. Like you're gonna fuck up. And bearing in mind you dealt with brands, so you know you've got a keener eye. You'll be able to spot where the fuck ups are. I think you're probably overthinking it a little bit. I think you just got to make cool shit. Make something you'd like to wear.
That's the whole reason. That's the only reason I want to do it is just to make T-shirts I want
But
to
that's
wear.
that's the
That's-
best. That's the
that's
best way
reason.
to do it. It's like when I started Downcast, like Downcast did really well for quite a while, but I never put anything on a shirt I wouldn't have worn myself. And I was
Yeah.
designing for myself first and then customers second. And I think that's the way you've got to be. It's like it's all well and good, like looking at trends and stuff like and seeing what's kind of like doing well in the world. That's fine. But I think if you're designing specifically for an audience, I don't agree with that. I think it's fucking stupid
Mm.
because there's no creativity in that whatsoever for me.
No, yeah, I agree. But to counter that, my first brand that got me into it, I was only printing stuff that I wanted to wear, and had people going, "Oh, you should do this. You should make this or whatever. It's something a bit more, a cooler design or whatever." And I never did. And I often wonder if I'd have listened to that guy and done what these people saying no,
No.
would more
Because
people have bought it?
those
So,
people are going to tell you, oh yeah, if you do this, I'll buy one. They never fucking buy one. They never do.
yeah,
The
yeah,
the
true,
people that
yeah.
offer their opinions never buy your shit. They just don't.
I
I don't know
always
why.
say to people, like everyone's got one good t-shirt design in them, minimum, like a minimum of one good t-shirt design, and quite often they'll want someone else to do that for them. So that's what's happening there is they might have a good t-shirt design then for them, but not for
Yeah.
you, not
If
for
they're
you.
not going to make it, they're trying to get me to make it. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. There's no risk for them in giving you advice like that at all, is there?
No, not at all. Yeah, even if I made what they said, yeah, like you say, they don't buy it. No sweat off their backs, is it?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I would
I had it when we were doing Downcast, and we had this T-shirt. I can't remember which one it was. I don't even know if I've got any left. But I did I think it was on a white shirt. It was like just this simple fucking left chest. It was like this skull, and the upside down of it was a woman's face or something like that. And I think I had two people ask me to do it as a black version, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to do really well." And I did a sample of it, and it got a load of engagement on Instagram and everything. Printed up about 30 or 40 of them, and it took me about 2 years to shift them. I was just like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. And it's like because it didn't feel right because the design wasn't designed for that. It was designed for a white shirt. That's how I printed it. And then going and fucking with it just didn't work.
You've just reminded me how pissed off I was at a non-customer earlier.
I'm listening.
I spent hours and hours doing multiple emails with this guy who wanted a reprint of a shirt I did for him last year and it was a white and grey on black, and he wanted bright yellow t-shirts. We did a mock-up and it looked horrible because the design was using the black in the t-shirt before to make the design what it was. And we went through so many different versions, tried changing things, so many different things. We ordered the stock. I ordered the stock, and then he just went silent. I decided to look it up today. Went on his Instagram, and on Friday he posted his brand new white on black t-shirts.
What a prick! Do you want to call him out?
I did. I emailed him. I said, "Would you like? I've got a box of t-shirts with your name on it here. I thought you'd either put this on the back burner or you were trying to get a new design. Can you tell me what I did wrong?" And just to see how he responds. But I was livid. I was like, "Come on!" We spent a lot of time on that as well.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you, mate. That's fucking shitty. It's kind of like one thing that really, really fucks me off with people, and went through this on the last episode of Pav as well. Like just people who just waste your time unnecessarily. And it's like, we're all fucking small businesses, right? And our time is no more or less valuable than anybody else's, but it's still fucking valuable. And it's like you don't like have the right to come and fucking like spend hours of our fucking time just to fuck us about. Like If
I
you're
do-
not serious
I do
about it,
believe-
or you've already got a printer and you're fucking price shopping and stuff like, it's fine. Get a quote. That's fine. I'm
Yeah.
happy to do that. But when when it goes like 20 emails deep, and you're like, oh, I've got this customer. It's just like getting to the final details and everything, and then they go silent, and you're following them on Instagram, and you've seen they've got the same design you've quoted for, printed by somebody else,
No,
and it's just like,
brand new design. Brand new
Mate.
design.
What
This
a
one.
knob.
yeah,
It's just-
or even a brand new design. It's like it's not really the point. It's just annoying.
I genuinely feel like if I hadn't have said anything, if I hadn't have said, look, mate, I don't think this works on a Bright t-shirt, I'd have had his money and that would have been that. I'd have
Yeah,
printed
yeah.
t-shirts, we'd have done. Because I was
Mm.
nice and said, I don't think this works on a light t-shirt, I lost the customer.
But I
It's
mean, that makes
insane.
you a better person, though. To be fair,
You lost
It's-
the
it's-
cunt though. You didn't.
Yeah,
Mm.
it does make you
Yeah,
a better
true.
person, though, because it's you haven't taken his money knowing that it's going to look shit.
Mm.
I think you've done
Yeah,
the right
absolutely.
thing,
Yeah.
and that's on him. So yeah,
If you're listening, whoever you are, fuck you and the horse you rode in on,
Whoever
And-
you are.
both your parents, not your grandparents so much.
Both.
They're probably all right.
Nah, we'll leave them out of this.
I hope that whoever's listening, I hope that your next turd is a hedgehog.
Going backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, bearing in mind you're going to be starting your brand up soon, right? And you deal with brands quite regularly, if not
Oh,
on
yes.
a daily basis. What are your top tips for a brand looking to have garments screen printed? Anything to avoid?
Now, is this someone starting as a brand or an established brand already?
A new brand. Let's say because you're starting as a new brand. What are as a printer? What are the things you're not going to do as a brand? Think the mistakes you're not going to make because you've effectively already made them on other people's behalves.
Oh, so,
And
yeah. So now
what are
that
the red?
changes
I'm
what I was
I'm
just
gonna add
thinking.
in something as well. What are the red flags
Mm.
for if somebody comes to you?
The red flag instantly for someone with a brand, starting a brand. I've got that answer straight away. Is minimum quantities.
Yeah.
If you're trying to start a brand on the smallest amount of t-shirts you can produce, you're not going to make a brand.
Mm.
Like if you're trying to start a brand on 10 t-shirts, you're going to
no
give
confidence in your own
7 of
brand.
them away. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But you're going to
Just
give
do-
7 away to your friends. Then
just
you've
do a
got 3 left
pre-order.
to sell.
Yeah, just do pre-order at that point. Now you're in pre-order territory.
Yes, but it's interesting that you back the pre-order. I feel like in the last couple of years the pre-order's just flopped, and that nobody does it anymore. Nobody wants to, in my opinion, nobody wants to buy the t-shirt until they can physically see the t-shirt.
Well,
Which is where your
didn't we?
DTF thing comes through.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
but
helps.
We had that conversation, didn't we? Like fucking however many months ago it was before we did Jurassic, and we were like, "Fuck it!" Like it's the first one that we're going to do as a pre-order. Let's just see how it goes, and it did well. And it was like, and I mean, I was fucking surprised. I didn't think that design was going to sell particularly well. And it did, and it was like that to me shows that the pre-order model isn't dead. It's kind of like, especially considering like we're not a brand with fucking thousands of followers. Like I tried the pre-order model with Downcast, and that always flopped. Never ever did well.
I think
but
the
it was-
pre-order model works if you're someone like Pizza Eaters and
Oh yeah.
Doc Longy.
I think
and things like
it
that.
depends what you're doing. That's the
It
thing.
wo-
If
it
it's the
works
pop
for them.
culture stuff, yeah,
It
it's
works,
pop
and they've
culture
got
stuff,
they've got a
it
setup.
works.
They're trusted. It works. It does work.
They've
But
got
yeah,
a new
you've got
design
to,
every week though, don't they? Like,
yeah, they're prolific is how. I mean, and
so I
they're not,
think-
and they're all fucking good as well. None of them are shit.
yeah.
They've got a Garth Marenghi's one out. Have you seen it? The Garth Marenghi Pizza Eaters,
Yeah.
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place one. I was like,
Yeah,
you know what? If it weren't for the fact that I already own way too many t-shirts, like
Yeah,
an obscene amount of t-shirts,
Mhm.
I would be fucking buy. I'm like, I want to buy some more stuff from Fiala Gar from Alec, but
Mm.
I just fucking I've got zero wardrobe space left for shit like that.
I've got so many lovely t-shirts, and yet my favourite ones are the ones that are covered in ink.
Yeah,
I don't
like
wear
an
any
old
of the nice
shirt.
t-shirts I get.
yeah. I whacked a white t-shirt on the other day. It was white. I like a light colour t-shirt. to go in the studio, and it had one that I didn't realise. I just put it on and went in and started printing, and it was one of my good t-shirts that was put in my bad t-shirt drawer. I thought it was a plain one, and it wasn't. And I lent over a shirt that I was testing, and it had ink on it, and I got ink all up the front of it. And I was like, oh, that's okay. I'll just run it through the dryer. It's only when I pulled the t-shirt off to run it through the dryer, and I was like, ah, fuck.
I had
fuck's
one of
it.
them similar not too long ago.
It's
I
one
was
of
wearing a
Darcy's ones, actually. Right, the ride or die one. Yeah.
That's fine. Just bin it. Use it as a
No.
print rag. I was wearing a Palace shirt, and I didn't realise I was wearing a
Pink bunny.
Palace shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did similar, lent over a pot of ink, and it was this like fluorescent yellow ink, and I just had this massive streak down the front of me, and I was just like, I can't even like wash that out. It was like, because I'd put it on it, and obviously like smeared it, and it was just like, yeah, that's like a fucking £80 t-shirt, just fucked now. So that's now a print t-shirt. It's my most
Have you-
expensive print t-shirt.
Have you spent £80 on a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mental. As a printer.
And you know how
Fucking
much they
insane.
are. You
Yeah.
know how much they
know,
cost
I
to
know.
make.
It's
I
fucking
know,
insane.
I
It is
know.
insane.
It's the only Palace shirt I've bought new as well. That
Yeah.
was the kicker. Normally I get them off Vinted. People kind of, I think, but what people do with brands like Palace is they buy them thinking they're going to be worth mega money, like to
I did
resell,
that.
and they're just not. They're like, you can pick them up for like 40 quid and they're still in the packaging. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I stayed up late one night for a Palace and Adidas collab, and
Oh, yeah,
bought whatever I could. I wasn't.
Mhm.
I didn't care what it was because it was. I was like, oh, I'm going to be the resale guy. That seems to be where the money is. I couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted to pay. Nobody wanted to pay the price I paid for it, let alone double or triple
Yeah.
it. Like,
I saw a guy not too long ago on Instagram that bought when Palace collabed with, I think it was Gucci, and they did a load of skateboards. And this guy basically just bought every one in the drop for obscene amount of money, thinking they were going to be worth fortunes, and he sold them for like 200 quid less than what they'd bought them for. Just like, mate, like I'd love to own one, but he was still like asking like 200 quid for him, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to skate it because I'm not paying £200 for a board that I'm going to fucking skate. And it's like, I don't really want to spend £200 for a skateboard to sit on my wall either, but you know, but
no.
So anyway, what are your tips?
Tips. Wow. Tips is produce more than 10 t-shirts for your first run.
Strong work.
If it is a starting brand, surely pre-sale is not the way. You haven't got a following yet, so it couldn't be pre-sale. Get cool people to wear it is probably my tip to a brand. Get someone who's really cool to wear your stuff. Give it to them for free. Have them photographed in it. Not a photo
influencer.
shoot. Just like he's just out at the bar. His mate took a picture of him, and someone's going to go, "That's a fucking cool t-shirt. Where did he get that?" or whatever. Like. That's, and again, that going back to my first brand, I had to make a hat because my friend he had cut one of my t-shirts up, and then he had this big wide brim sun hat, and then just stitched the text around the side of the hat. It got posted on Van's Instagram page, and all the comments were "ID on that hat, please." So I just had to start making it.
That's
cool.
That's all you need. You just got to get eyes in the right place.
Yeah, you need someone cool wearing your stuff, looking cool in your stuff. I would say. That's other than that, send tips my way, please, because I'm about to start a brand.
You don't need tips. You know what you're doing. You're fine. What's your brand going to be called?
To be confirmed.
I don't think that's a brand.
Shit name. That's a great name, TBC. Potentially Albion, because it's going to be old English stories. That's the first one, but I need to do a Darcy and write a shitload down and whittle them down. Really, I can't just go with one.
You can always do that and then send them to us, and we'll just tell you they're all shit.
Yes, please.
We had this comment. I can't remember who it was we had the conversation with, but brands quite often will grow into their name. I don't think the name is as important as people think it is. People think, oh, that brand really suits that name. It's not because they've chosen the right name and then it's worked from there. It's because everything they've done has like made the vibe
Well,
around.
that's the thing with.
You can pick the wrong name though, can't you? You can't. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing with all these, going back to what someone said earlier, with like all these brands that pop up, it's like little left chest and just a name on the back. It's like all they've done is just picked a cool word, and that's the extent of their brand identity is a cool word.
Someone pointed out to me once, most of the successful brands are one word.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say, "Oh, I'm wearing this brand," 3 words or whatever it is. You know, like
Yeah.
it's just way easier to say, "Oh, I'm wearing Palace. I'm wearing Gucci." Like,
Wearing
it's
Rewind.
just easier, isn't it? Exactly. Downcast.
I think
Whereas like Hell Yeah Son was a mouthful, and that that might have been part of the reason.
we did have a guest on that was
well,
basically, I can't remember who was it we had on, Darcy, and they said you know you're a brand when it was Thumbs, wasn't it? We were like, you know you're a brand because people are willing to wear your name, just a T-shirt with just your name on. Then you're a brand. Like when you got to do all the other shit in the background first and be cool and do other shit beforehand, before you can get to that point. And Thumbs had got to that point because he said, "Oh, I'm thinking of just doing a T-shirt with my logo," and I was like, "I would 100% wear that, 100%."
Because also, you know the quality of the shirts that he's using as well.
Yeah, and I've now met the people that print for him, so yeah, no, I'm invested in him.
Yeah,
so invested.
He's a lovely big man.
He's just so lovely. He's just too lovely. Why is it? Do you know what? It'd be much easier if all these wonderfully humble, talented people that we get to speak to were arseholes, because then I could hate them much more easily. I've found it very difficult to hate anyone that we've spoken to. Everyone's been so fucking lovely. And I like to hate people.
You wouldn't invite an arsehole on your podcast, would you?
Not on purpose.
Exactly, yeah. I'm sure there's a serious vetting process.
Sometimes dicks fuck assholes.
I'm going to skip my next question because I think we've already had the answer. The question was, what is a trend you're enjoying or not enjoying at the minute in the print industry?
We know the answer.
Puff.
But
fair enough. Right.
I don't even think it. Yeah, as you said, I don't even think it looks that good on a T-shirt. And we as printers usually spend most of our time trying to make a print not feel like it's on a T-shirt.
Yeah,
not like feel like it's not there. So it's just so counterintuitive to us. Like
it does feel fucking horrible. I would never put puff on a T-shirt as a general rule. Like hoodie, fine, yeah, whatever, but I just don't like it. Doesn't do anything for me, man.
No, me neither.
It sells. It pays. It gives me money.
Annoyingly, yeah, it does. Yeah. Right, is it my go then?
Your go.
Okay. What type of job / client makes you jump for joy, and what type of job makes you want to cry?
Well, yeah, the jump for joy is more of what we've been saying. Just a good artist, a good bit of art, especially if it's the one color. But and then the ones that make me cry are the ones where it's we've all got them in our inbox. Again, it's like, what's the minimum amount of shirts I can do with the most amount of colors and still manage to sell it for only 20 quid? You know, that kind of stuff. It's
well, we've touched on this before, but if I'm dealing with someone and the art's fantastic and they're easy and they're nice to deal with or whatever, I will, any problems that come up during the printing of that job, I just don't care. Like I know I'll make it happen. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then you get jobs where they're boring and the customer's a dick. And any problems that come up in that job, and I'm like, fucking get this shit over with. Like, I cannot be fucked with this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
I had a really cool 5-color, and it was kicking my ass, like really kicking my ass, getting it all regged up and that. And then
But when you get them right,
I got it right, and it was fucking. I was like, and I smashed through it, got it all done, and then literally as I've got the last like bunch done, normally I'd leave the screens on press, just in case. But I had another job in, so I had to crack on. And I'd just taken the last screen off the press. I got a text saying, "Oh, we're going to add another 250 to the order," and I was like, "You fucking cunts!"
250.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, "You
Add 250. What was the total before that?
500 before."
Wow. That's
I
Mm.
mean,
good
250 isn't bad to set up for, though, to be fair.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not,
true.
it's
Yeah,
not the end of the
yeah.
world, but it was still like
But
what
we,
I
oh,
would have
sorry,
done was,
we need an extra 2 fucking,
Yeah,
what's her
yeah.
face? Sheila from accounts forgot to
And-
put in a fucking size.
and that is when you DTF them.
Yeah.
It's 100% when you DTF them. You're like, yeah, you can have them, but they're not going to be screen printed.
But you're risking and not the colours not completely matching then. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't really care though.
But I mean, at the end of the day, though, if from my perspective, if somebody did that to me, and it was kind of like their invoice was paid and all this, and it's like, regardless of me saying the turnaround time is 2 days or 2 weeks, like it's going to be done within that time. I've scheduled out that time for your job. I've ordered stock. I've got your screens made. I've done your job sheet, etc., etc., etc. If you're going to add something at the last minute, that's not going in the same job. That's a new job. And
Mm.
if you've missed 3 t-shirts, it's not my problem. It's not getting added to the run. Simple as. Like,
Yeah, it can't be. If you strip the press down, that's a fresh job, isn't it?
yeah, of course it is.
Mm.
And it's like, and if it was a 5 color, my minimum for that is 50 pieces. So you can DTF it, or you could not have them.
Mm.
Like,
But
you know, I
generally
think,
speaking, once I get into once I hit my minimums, I always get, if it's t-shirts, they always get one extra of every size anyway, because I always price in an extra for every size,
Yeah.
just in case.
I was going to ask that actually because I do that, and I wondered if that was something that people do or you're all perfect.
No, I do it for 2 reasons. Firstly, so if there are any fuck ups, like I've got one of each size extra.
Yeah.
Fine, cool. And secondly, you can guarantee they do want, on the smaller ones, they always want an extra 1 or 2 here and there. And if I can go, look, there's already an extra 1 of each size in there. Can you make that work? 9 times out of 10, they can just make that work. So it's actually sort of it's investing in, if for the small outlay. Well, it's not really an outlay because I always price it up with an extra 1 or 2 in there anyway. For a small outlay, it's worth it. 100% worth it.
so I do the same
Yeah.
as you, but those extra shirts I'll have right at the bottom of the pile.
Oh yeah, they
So
don't
they're
get
the
printed in
last-
the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the last ones to print. So if I know that job is 100% correct, they're not getting printed. They're just getting put back into
Yeah,
stock.
back stock, yeah.
And do you remember that you
unless
have
it's
them
something
next time you order
bizarre.
those teas?
Unless it's something
Yeah,
bizarre,
yeah.
like it's fucking. I've got 8 quadruple XL bright yellow t-shirts. It's like I'm not holding on to them. You can fucking have them.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Do you
but
wanna-
it's if
You
it's
want
your
to see my
standard
extras? Hold on.
black or white tees or whatever. Like, yeah, I'll just hang on to them.
You see those boxes there?
Oh, exactly. And that's that I've
Right,
got about
so-
that many as well.
On the front of those boxes, you see those sheets?
Inventory.
Yeah, and I know exactly what's in each box.
Mm.
The top is my scrap pile for using for like doing test prints and whatnot. But yeah, I've got that there, so that gets added straight to the whatever's left over from the job gets added to that list, and I'll just print out a new bit of paper with whatever's in there, and then wherever it can fit in. And I know if I need an extra large and a black t-shirt, I've fucking got one sitting there.
I'm very good at convincing people to go with the brands that I want to print on. So the stuff that I do have left over,
The Gildans and all that, yeah.
no. I can always
Like, fruit of the loop,
repurpose.
obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I can 99% of the time I can always repurpose to something else.
Yeah, nice.
So it's like, but we have a disclaimer on our website that's like when it comes to quantities, it's like if you need a specific amount of shirts, it's like if you want to order 100, but say there's 2 misprints or whatever, and it's a fucking, I don't know, bright red or something like that. We don't stock bright red. There's certain things that we do stock. So it's like I've always got some like AS Classics, or I've got like EPO ones and stuff like that in your basic colors, your blacks, your whites, like maybe a navy or something like that. So they're things that I can like replace and replenish if they go wrong on a job. But there's a disclaimer in our T's and C's that says, you know, if you've ordered 100 red t-shirts with this print on it and you only receive 99, we'll refund you the garment price and the print price sort of thing, but we can't print that extra one. But conversely to that, like we do over order sometimes, so you may also receive extras free of charge.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
balances out, like, and it's I've had one person in the past get funny about it, and I was just a bit like, you know, and it was on a 4-color design front and back on shirts that we just never kept in, and I was like, it was like they were like grey marl, like soft styles or heavies or something like that. And I was just like, I'm not hanging on to any of these fucking shirts. And there was one misprint, and it was like, oh, we needed an exact amount. I was just like, well, you didn't fucking tell me that, did you? And it's something that I do say like throughout the invoicing process. It's like, you know, when's your deadline? When, you know, do you need the exact quantities? Here's our disclaimer, sort of thing, blah blah blah. And pretty much 100% of people are fine with it. But there was just this one person once that just sticks in my head that got in touch when they were delivered, and they went through and counted them all. And I'd emailed them to say, like, you know, there was a misprint, unfortunately. Like, you know, it's not something we stock, but I've refunded you the garment cost, the VAT, and the print price. And yeah, he just got arsy about it. And I was like, well, yeah, he hasn't come back. So it's fine.
Where do your customers see your disclaimers and terms and conditions and all that? Where does that go?
It's just all on the website. It's and
Right. Okay.
99% of the time, I don't have to bring it up
No, of course.
because it's just, you know, people. I mean, I was about to say people aren't stupid. People are stupid. But yeah, it just doesn't need to come up because most jobs are straightforward.
I'm
And it's
currently doing a Google form, so anyone that wants a quote gets sent the Google form, and they fill in the information of roughly what they want, sizes and that. And the last page is the terms and conditions. So they say they've read. Click before I receive a copy of the form. So it will
Yeah.
not
I've
let
been
it will not
thinking
let them
about that.
send. It will not let them. And I've not made. It's like a million questions. It's
Mm.
literally like roughly how many t-shirts, what color, do you have the artwork, yes or no, or do you know what the artwork's going to look like? It's very simple. It's like 5 or 6 questions, and the last page is terms and conditions. Please read this. If you agree to it, tick below. If you don't, go suck a dick. Like it's
Mm.
there.
I'm quite tempted to set one of those up and hand pick who has to use it. I feel like some of my
Yeah.
good customers would be scared away by a form because they
Yeah.
like the idea
Yeah.
of talking
It's
to
for
me.
it's for
But
new
then you've got
Whereas
the
customers.
other
other
customers,
side that it's just
yeah,
going to wipe out the time wasters because it's
Mm.
like, oh, I can't be
Yeah.
asked to do that. It's like, well, you're obviously not serious enough about actually getting some t-shirts printed. Then you might as well go on, I don't know, let's say Monster Press's website, and you can get an
Mm.
instant price.
That is
Like
slick as fuck, isn't it? That's so cool.
it is
So
so good, their
cool.
website, but they must get so much shit at the same time.
Mm.
Like
how many
people sending in
pixelated images
fucking
get uploaded to them?
exactly. That's exactly my
Mm.
thing. I was like, yeah, that would give me major anxiety because
Well,
I think at that stage as well, people have paid.
mm.
Oh, really? Yeah,
So
yes. They're in. They're locked in. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like how I'd love to get those boys on here. Like I've listened to them on Shirt Show, and they seem like really, really fucking cool guys. But I just don't think they're big on this kind of thing, which is fine. It's cool. Still gonna follow their work, love their shop, and really, really respect them. But it's, yeah, it'd be really, really interesting to hear how that side of it works because there's not many shops that work that way.
Mm.
Like, you know, you
No,
think of,
probably for the
I don't know.
reasons we just said.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you think
Yeah,
of like,
it's
I mean,
potentially more of a ball ache, but
exactly. Like, I mean, when I first started Downcast, like I was using awesome merch. Yeah. Um, and
we've all
it's a similar sort of process. Like, you know, you
Print
pick
ink, I
your
think they're called, don't
shirts.
they?
Oh, fuck knows.
Yeah.
They should be set on fire. I'm not condoning arson, by the way. Or am I? Yeah, it's, you know, you go on the site, you pick your shirt, you say it's a 3-color design front and 2-color design back, whatever. and then you just go and upload your artwork and pay, and that's it. And it would just give me such fucking anxiety that people go and do that, and it's like, because we all know how many times we receive shit artwork that's like
Yeah.
maybe not unusable, but it's going to need a lot of work. And it's like, how do you factor that cost in? Like, I'm very much of the mindset, like running a print shop, that everything evens out. So it's like some jobs I have to put a bit more effort in, and some jobs I'm gonna have to put zero effort in. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
100%.
not
Yeah.
I'm not gonna upcharge for everybody. It's kind of like it's just a baseline price, and probably 80% of that is gonna fall below that, and then the other 10% is probably going to be on level, and it's like a bit of work, and then there's going to be 10% that's above that where I need to do a lot of work. And it's like, and it is a pain in the ass when it comes up, but I'm making more money on the jobs that I don't have to do that for than I'm losing on the jobs that do need it, if
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. And it feels
Um
great when you have one of those jobs that is the moneymaker. You're just like, oh, I feel like I've just robbed
exactly.
someone.
I I had
Yeah,
a hoodie
but you're
job the
not.
other day, and it was, but I have a set price for my contract printer, and most most of his work that he sends me is white prints, front and back,
Yeah.
chest and back, so they're all print flash prints, on sweatshirts and hoodies. Fun. Uh, this job came in from him, and it was the same design, so all the screens are already on press. Um, but it was navy ink on sand coloured hoodies. So all I had to do was clean the screens
Taking the
down,
screen out. Yeah.
and I did 150 hoods by myself, front and back, and boxed, labelled up, and everything in like 4.5 hours. I think it was, or 5 hours. Done. And I was like, normally that job's normally probably an 8 hour if it's a
Yeah. If it's a print
if
flash print,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's an 8 hour front and back. Yeah, and I was like, oh, and it did feel like free money. I didn't tell him that,
Okay.
obviously. And if you're listening,
No, that's it.
it's not free money.
You
I've worked
sweated
very hard for
hard. You
that.
worked
Yeah,
so hard. Yeah.
yeah. Just doesn't happen often enough, does it?
No, well, no, and it's almost like I've definitely got a lot of regular customers now, and some of them I see their name come in the inbox, and I'm like, oh yes, free money, here we go. Like, let's.
Yeah.
I know you're about to give me the easiest job in the world for the maximum amount of profit. Like, it's great.
I'd love to do more light coloured garments. They're my favourite. That's why
Although,
the
yeah,
Red Bull job was a dream, because it was grey ink on white t-shirts.
can you say that? Are you allowed to say Red Bull on
Yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah, I've mentioned it before. Yeah. Yes, that was. I mean, it was fucking hefty. Like, it was really hefty. But
Mhm. That was a lot of units.
yeah, 2,662.
Mm.
Yeah.
I would
I'd
have. Oh yeah.
I was on
I'd
45 minutes a box.
I had one of my regulars get in touch the other day, and they're a dance studio, but they're quite well known around here. They have a lot of students and all that, and they always do 3 big shows a year, and they put in orders for their uniforms in between that and stuff, and it's two color left chest, 3 color back, which is fine, but it's on adults and kids sizes, so it's 2 different jobs, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But when they get in touch for their shows, it's always this mental, like, well, not mental artwork, but it's always 2 setups and like 2, 3, 4 colors. So it's like they end up being quite big jobs, even though it's not a huge amount of garments. Anyway, they got in touch the other day and they were like, "Oh, we've got a new show coming up." I was like, "Here we fucking go." And they sent over the mock-up, and it's literally just red ink on a white shirt, front and back. And I was like, yes. I was like, this is fucking amazing. And they were like, the I've printed for them for years, but the guy that they used to go to, they were like, they used to do as like deals for, like, single color prints and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I can work something out. And I was literally just like, I don't even care if I make any money on this job, because it's like just the fucking headaches that I've had with their jobs in the fucking past.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just want to get it out the door. It's
Just
done.
happy for this
It's
one to
done.
be smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's no, it's still going to make a decent chunk on it. But it's nice to have an easy one for a change from them. But yeah, but they're one of those ones that it's a good earner, and they've been good to me by keeping coming back, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
the biggest thing for me is like I really, really appreciate like loyalty and kind of customers that stick with me, and like we both grow together. Like, there's a lot of the
Yeah.
breweries that I've printed for years. Like, they're so much bigger now than they were when I started printing for them. And it's kind of I've gone along on that journey with them because as they grow and they open up tap rooms and they open up pubs and stuff like that, they've gone from, oh, we just need fucking 10 shirts to try and sell at this market where we're trying to shift a couple of cases of beer or whatever, to we've got our own tap room that's got 400 people in on a Friday and a Saturday night, and we're selling 50, 60 shirts a night, sort of thing. To we've just opened up 2 new pubs and we need uniforms for all of the staff, and like and we need fucking merch for that as well. And it's like it's really, really cool to see other people's growth and how you go with it, sort of thing. And I think it's
You're right,
more it's more customers that I want like that now, because I went through that in the early days of getting all these new companies on that they're local to me. I haven't, I do a lot of work that isn't local, but like these ones that I'm thinking of specifically were, and I really want some more of them now, like ones that I can kind of like
build a relationship.
so, yeah, I was about to say help out, but it's not really helping out because they're paying me, but like, yeah, build a relationship with and kind of grow with.
Do
I
you
think
have
that,
you ever rewarded any one of your customers for then recommending you to other people?
Yeah.
I've got one, this girl who I've printed for her. I probably print for her about 3 times a year, but she sends me about 20 people a year, and it's her prices get cheaper every time she comes back because she's getting bigger. She's getting, she's doing quite a lot of good, cool stuff now as an artist. Every now and then she'll release something that I can print for her, and every time I'm just like, look, I've had so much work because of you now. Like, here, you can have these t-shirts. You can have £2 off these t-shirts or whatever. Like,
yeah, well, the biggest brewery that I print for, they do like a lot of events and get like a lot of food traders there and stuff like that. And I must have had about 9 or 10 people in the last probably 6 months come to me through them. And I just
yeah,
said to him last time, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make any money off the garment, but you can have the garment for cost price. I'm making their prints are fucking easy. And they always put in really good sized orders. So it's not like I'm fucking about with, your 10, 15 pieces sort of thing. It's always like 200, 300 pieces. I'm making coin on it. And I was
yeah,
just like, I'll do you this solid. So I know you're not going to go elsewhere because you found a cheaper price for starters, and it's fucking helping you out. It's me showing a token of my appreciation, sort of thing. I don't
absolutely,
need to
yeah,
make that money because I've made that money up tenfold elsewhere.
yeah. You've brought that
Like,
to me elsewhere, yeah.
exactly. So it's like, yeah, no, I fully fucking believe in like
That's what.
rewarding customers.
That's what
Any
just
return
one,
customers I get, the price goes up because they shouldn't be so stupid to come back to me.
Your prices couldn't go up any further, could they, Bev?
Well, I think we'll find we had that chat, and I was pretty much in line with everyone else. If you,
Yeah, until you said, and then there's setup fees on top.
yeah. Well, they
Yeah,
there's
I don't charge setup fees anymore.
I'm going. My prices are going up in the in January.
More?
If you could do it, you should. Like I feel
20,
like I should.
25% or something. I reckon.
25%.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Not on like setup fees and that.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, people can only say no, can't they?
Yeah, that's the problem.
25% sounds a
Well, for
lot,
you,
but
yeah.
my contract guy gets a good deal, so 25% on that isn't very much.
No, but 25% on top of something you've been paying already seems like a lot. Whatever.
No, only be for new people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like the contract guy knows it's going up. Well, because I'm going to have more outlay. I've got an auto going. Well, hopefully an auto going in. So like, it's got to be paid out of somewhere, isn't it?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can't keep raiding the piggy bank.
Can't keep selling caravans.
Won't be any pigs left in it.
Oh.
Pigs. Speaking of pigs, I ate 6 sausages today for lunch. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, please.
I was like, oh, I'll cook some sausages and I'll have them cold later.
I really thought you were going to say something about your wonderful partner there for a second.
I would never. I
I
wouldn't never.
was
No,
just
I'm
like,
not
I was
that.
like, don't
I'm
go
not.
there,
I'm
mate.
not like
That
that.
is going to have to be edited.
No, I'm not. I'll slag most people off, but not her. She's all right. She's a good egg. She's all
She
right.
is. She is. I was about to be like, I'll fucking fight you.
Whose go is it, Darcy? I think
Uh,
it's you. I think
oh
it's you.
yeah. So is there? I think we should try and rattle through the next few fairly quickly so we can get to the randoms.
Okay, go
And
on.
I also need to check to see if we've got any listener questions because we'll be here for another 2 hours otherwise.
Do that.
Not that I'm not enjoying talking to you, Alex. It's
Yeah,
just I'm
got
aware
an eye,
that
mate.
you have a life as well.
Time is all we have.
This is true.
Oh, oh.
So
Looking at,
is there anything you'd like to add to Disprints that you feel like you could take your shop and or brand to the next level?
I don't know really. Internally, sort of. I mean, we touched on this already, but I'd really like to know why I struggle so much to line up stuff on my press all the time. But that's quite a that's not an adding something, is it? But I feel like that's the bottleneck in my whole business here at the moment is multicolours and
hang on,
bases
just
and
on
stuff
this
like that.
really quickly. I know this isn't going to be a really quick answer, but what is the issue you're having with it? Because I feel like I've missed this in the group.
Well, oddly enough, it did. Yeah, the new press didn't necessarily fix it, which is why, like we said earlier, it's potentially my screens. I can set up a job perfectly on one palette, and then every time I move to the next one, it's just a little bit off, which slows me down no end.
Yeah.
If that wasn't an issue, I think I would be really happy in my job. I wouldn't be looking to add anything, or if I am adding something, it's employing someone to answer my emails for me.
I think you've got too much slack in your screens.
Yeah, I do too.
And then,
Yeah.
because if you've got too much slack in your screens and you say it's going from palette to palette, you're lining up on palette 1, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Your palettes are definitely level.
well, but even if
Yes.
they're not, even if they're perfectly level, but one of them is ever so slightly higher up than the other, like a mil or 2 mil,
Yeah.
that's going to put the print place in a different place, and that will stop shit lining up.
And is that less likely to be an issue
With tight
with
screens?
tight screens?
Yeah, 100%.
Because how would you set that up millimeter perfectly otherwise? Like,
Yeah, I think
there's got to be room for sort of something.
What I'd just buy 6 new screens, all the same mesh.
It's a good idea.
And just do a fucking get your own design made up that's 6 colors, and just fucking do it and see if that makes anything easier.
It's a good shout.
I do have good ideas every now and again.
So, a better answer to your question is hire someone to do my emails for me.
Strong work, that'll do.
Yeah. Go on, Puff.
What achievement are you most proud of since running Disprints?
Surviving. Being able to do it as a full-time job, not having because when I got this place, about 6 months after I got this place, I hadn't had many orders at all, and I started interviewing for part-time jobs. And just before I accepted a part-time job, I started getting orders, and I haven't had to think about it ever since. So that's probably the pride moment there.
Yeah, strong work.
Think you missed something in that question, Puff.
What?
Oh no.
What he's actually written is, Pav, what achievement are you most proud of? Pav, what achievement are you most proud of in your time running Pav, you're a cunt, your
in tiny text.
Tiny little fucking text.
I did tell him I'd hidden some Easter eggs in the notes.
I really wanted to put something subtly offensive behind me, but I didn't have time to think of it.
You should have done. A picture of Osama bin Laden or
yeah,
Madeline McCann or something.
Just something you you don't notice until after you've edited it or whatever,
Yeah.
and someone in the comments goes, "Why the fuck is that there?"
Yeah.
I helped make a video for an event that was going on for
Sexy
a
one.
charity, right? And I helped do the filming of it.
People that can't
And-
get erections.
It was. I won't go into the details of it because it's really fucking bad. But basically, the people who I was filming played a prank on me. And they were like teenagers, and we were filming them like doing this interview scene.
You shouldn't be filming erections around.
And
teenagers.
Especially teenagers as well.
and they in the background, there were loads of post-it notes up on the wall in the background, and unbeknownst to me, they'd drawn loads of dicks all over them. So there were post-it notes on it, but you couldn't see him. Like you couldn't see him through the camera lens. When I went to see it, I couldn't see him. However, when this was shown at a theatre and it was projected onto a fucking 20-foot screen, all you could see was these kids and then fucking dicks all around them. I got completely done over there, and I didn't get told off, thankfully. Also, if they were going to tell me off, like fuck them, it's only dicks, isn't it? So yeah,
It's only dicks.
yeah. Just a lesson in always viewing things at the scale they're gonna be viewed at.
That's a good life lesson, that.
Yeah. All right, next questions.
Right,
These are
listener,
questions from our previous questions.
yeah, previous guest. Shall I do? You do the first one, and I'll do the second one because we've got two previous guest questions.
Wow.
Because we had two guests on, so I have no idea how I'm going to actually.
Should we do it as if we're them? Should we do the accents? Because you're going to edit this out anyway, so it doesn't matter, does it?
I don't know if I feel comfortable with this.
I do, 100% do. I'll do Guy, and you can do.
No, can I do Guy?
Go on, then. You do Guy. You do Guy.
Oh no!
Leave this bit in though. Leave this bit in.
I'm nervous for you.
Why? It's fine. It's
All
fine.
right, mate. How's it going? It's a hot day.
Go on, I believe in you, Darcy. You can do it.
All right. Well, I'm
Go on.
fucked here then.
Just do it.
Guy, I'm really sorry, mate. I love you, like honestly, but yeah, I'm just gonna butcher your culture here, and accent and everything. So, it's a hot day. You're standing at the ice cream van. Oh, I can't do this. Right, it's a hot day. It's a hot day. You're standing at the ice cream van. What two flavors do you choose for the rest of your life?
Oh, ice cream. Well, raspberry ripple, straight up. And I might be really boring and say vanilla.
Can't go wrong with vanilla.
No, you
No,
can't go
it's
wrong with that.
I never pick a chocolate.
No.
Even shit vanilla is
Yeah.
good. Like, do you know what I mean? Like even a shit
Right,
vanilla ice
yeah.
cream. Wait, I've had shit chocolate
Cheaper
ice
the
cream.
better.
Yeah. Yeah, strong work.
Yeah.
Right now where's his question?
You've got a really short question as well. I should have
No,
done that one.
I'll make it longer. It's all right. I'm Wes. I've got a massive fucking knob, man. What's your favourite brand?
That was a short question, to be fair.
Yeah.
You did insert something quite long into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is my favourite brand? Can I be cheeky and? Oh no, I don't even. It's not even my favourite brand. I don't know.
You
Maybe
can
this
say
is
it's
why I don't-
rewind, mate. It's fine.
No, but it's not though.
Understandable. Understandable.
I don't know because I can't remember the last time I was following a brand as such. I really like the artwork of the brand Dungeon, but I print for them, so I don't think that really counts.
Of course it does.
Dungeon then.
Okay.
Dungeon Gateway for long. The artist is called French, and he just draws.
Darcy just got a boner.
Yeah. He just
Get down,
draws
boy.
the coolest, gnarly, horrible stuff, basically like skulls and castles and knights and stuff, and I love it.
Nice.
Nice, man.
So check him out. And he, unfortunately, he uses a lot of puff.
Ah,
What, and in his day-to-day life or as a print method?
Both.
Oh, don't work.
Cheers, Wes and Guy, for that.
They're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah.
I just want to see you succeed, man, because I love you and I think you're beautiful.
Aww.
Wes, that's such a nice thing for you to say, mate.
That's the nicest thing.
go on, Pav.
Do you have a question for our next guest? And also, in tiny brackets underneath that, Pav, why are your hands so fucking small?
I didn't actually measure mine the other day. I should have done that. I take it you don't know who the next guest is, or do you know who the next
We
guest is?
do, but you don't. But you don't.
Do I get to know whether it's a brand or printer?
No.
It'll be one or the other.
Thanks. Okay. I will go for clothes. Actually, I don't know if it's a good one, but it's a conversation I had about 2 hours ago. Well, probably about 4 hours ago now. But when you're buying a pair of shorts, would you rather them finish at your knee or above your knee?
Oh,
Above.
great question.
Clothing question for you.
Above for me because I like my penis hanging out.
Yeah. See, I used to be an on the knee guy, and then I tried a pair of above the knee, and I went, "Oh, freedom! Oh, lovely."
I am of the opinion that shorts should be as short as physically possible. If they're not trousers, then they need to be not trousers and fucking know what they're on about. The most pointless shorts are the ones that are basically trousers anyway. What the fuck's that all about?
3/4 length shorts.
Yeah.
3/4,
I
Yeah.
like a short to be halfway between my hip and my knee. Like I like a nice little
Perfect.
short one.
Short shorts.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Ideally
They give
arseless.
you. Ideally, yes.
Yeah.
Just a hole for the rectum.
Mm.
I think the higher the shorts are, the more confidence you have in your day.
Mm. Agreed, yeah.
That's a motto to
See-
live by. That.
Mm. Mm.
I think that's the blurb for this episode.
Mm. It is.
The higher shorts are, the more confidence you have.
Mm.
But we all need to start wearing booty shorts then. Basically,
I ain't got no booty.
Exactly.
doesn't
I've got
matter.
Well,
They're
no,
high,
it
aren't
does. I've got a flat bum, haven't I?
You do. I've spanked it many a times. It's like hitting a plank.
Got to work on those squats.
I do a lot of squats as well. I went to the gym the other day, but I had to stop because I was doing some squats and I needed to fart. And then I attempted to fart and nearly shit my pants. Turns out I had diarrhea. I had to go
Were you in squat when you farted?
No, I was upright and I was like, I'm going to attempt
that
this.
was very risky, yeah.
Unwise. Yeah, fully prone. Listener questions.
Oh yeah,
We got some.
There's
Let's have a
definitely
look.
one.
I haven't looked yet.
There's definitely one.
Let's have a look in messages as well.
Yeah. Shall I read the one on the thing?
Yeah, you do the one from Guy. Yeah.
Guy has asked. Firstly, he's asked, what is your go-to warm-up flip trick?
Oh, this is actually specified at me.
Yeah, they tend to be. Yeah.
The last one wasn't. They didn't know who they were asking.
No, this is questions we've asked on our Instagram. For people to send
Okay.
into.
Well, Guy, unfortunately, boring as it is, my only flip trick really is the kick flip. But I am bragging that it is 9 out of 10 times landed.
That's good. It's a good hit rate.
It's a good hit rate.
Good hit rate.
But yeah, I will do that all day and not even attempt a single other trick.
Are you landing bolts though, or are you like sketchy landings? Like, are you like?
Oh, yeah. Sketchy. That's not me. That's. I'll try and keep humble.
Landing is landing, mate.
And they are about that high off the ground.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. For the listeners, Alex held his arms as far apart as possible for that bit.
Yeah. Got my meter stick out.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of questions from Paul, and I mean this is mainly my fault that we haven't had more questions because we usually do, but I completely forgot I hadn't done this and put it up like 45 minutes before we came on. So yeah, don't have any questions, but it's not because people don't love you, Alex. It's just it's my ineptitude.
If anything, they love you too much.
Yeah, they were scared to ask you questions.
It's a scary thought.
Right, so Paul from Paul.
Hi,
cunt.
Paul. Yeah.
Um, Paul said, "What's your favorite? What's your favorite boxy tee?"
He's a cunt, isn't he?
Oh, boxy tees.
Oh, I put that on Screen Print World's Facebook page earlier to see what they had to anyone on there had to answer. I haven't checked it yet though, but hopefully there in there somewhere is my new answer. Currently, it is just the AS Color Heavy. But you said there's a minus, which would definitely be boxy.
The heavy minus is like it is really, really boxy because it's just that fucking 2 inches shorter.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's really good. And it's really well priced for what it is as well, to be fair.
Whilst I was searching earlier, not that I've got much faith in them as a brand of t-shirts, but Souls have a oversized, heavyweight, boxy t-shirt is the name of the t-shirt. So I might order one of those just to see what they're like.
The problem is, what's going to happen now is because everyone's asking for boxy t-shirts, we will be asking the manufacturers or like the suppliers for boxy t-shirts. That'll take ages to trickle down. And then eventually, in like another year's time, the market will be flooded with boxy t-shirts. And no fucker will want them. They'll all want skinny ones. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
V-necks are coming back.
I love a V-neck.
Oh my God, I hope not.
I love a V-neck. Not a deep one, but like just a little.
No.
I like a V-neck.
They're gross.
Oh,
I never know where to put a left breast print on a V-neck. Is it like in line with the V? Is it below the V?
No, I'd never print one on a V. I don't think you can you?
I have done.
Well, I don't think you should. Yeah. I think you probably want to fucking sort that out, mate. Have a word with yourself.
That's all right. I left that job.
Paul's second question.
Oh God! No, I don't want to put for his charity.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. He said, "Can you undo a screen print?"
That was for Sarah, isn't it? Yes, you can actually. Just don't put it through the dryer.
Yeah. Strong
That's
luck.
an insane question, isn't it? That's
yeah. It's a bit. It's like asking someone if you can uncook an egg. That's the only thing I can think of that's equivalent of it. Do you know what I mean?
Put it back in the chicken, please?
I want it back in the shell and back in the chicken post haste.
That's insane. What an idiot.
Mate. Customers. If you're listening and you're an annoying customer, fuck you.
Yes. 100% yes. Did you see?
If you're listening and you are an annoying customer, go to Paul at Humane Mage Studio. He would love to print for you.
He fucking loves. Yeah, he loves it. He does love it.
I've just remembered something I wanted to ask about.
Well, this is where we say questions for us.
Perfect. But it's a bit. I mean, it's not personal. Maybe it is personal. The guy in our group chat called Adam. What's the name of his brand?
Antisocial Athletes Club.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. What he
really
said the other day. What he said the other day, I was like, "Fuck you." Where he said, "I don't need to print for customers anymore. My brand's doing too well."
Yeah. I mean, fair play to him. He's cool and he does a lot of shit. Hi, Adam. He's a listener actually. Hi, Adam. Yeah. But
congratulations to you.
Jack from Old Elton's, like he does fucking loads of his own shit. Like most of his work, I think now is his own brand stuff. It can be done. Be done.
Maybe that's what I'm going to do then.
But it won't be done if you don't get on and do it.
Yeah.
You can't sell what you haven't got, can you?
100% right. So what I need to do is start a brand.
Do it.
Start a successful brand.
Start your brand, and then we'll have you back on.
Hang on. Do you want this?
it. I can't believe he Shia LaBeoufed us.
I
Did
fucking
you-
stood up for it as well.
There's a clip of him starting a fight in Manchester this week.
Was that?
Yeah, or some
He's a-
guys like
he's a
starting fight in
nutter.
Manchester or something. Yeah, he's
Oh.
ready to fight.
I
He's
actually-
very ready to fight. in
I
Oakland.
actually wouldn't
Yeah.
fight him. The boy's legit feral, isn't he?
Yeah.
sounds
He's-
it. Yeah.
I wouldn't go near him with a fucking stick.
No,
Genuinely, like, oh,
bless him.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure he's a
that
lovely
absolutely
man.
mad story where Kanye West turned up at his house one day and told him that he was buying all of his clothes off him. Did you hear this?
Another
Because
mentalist.
he really likes
It
how
doesn't surprise me that he's in the Kanye sphere because
But he-
Kanye is
yeah.
also fucking batshit.
It was just the way he tells it. He's like, yeah, he said he decided he liked how I looked. So he turned up one day and said he was going to buy all my clothes off of me. It's just fucking weird.
I hope he got a good price for him.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do some
randoms.
randoms, Pav?
Let's do some randoms. You going first or am I going first? Random questions,
Uh,
quick fire.
All right, I'm ready.
Why do you always say quick fire? It's never quick fire.
Because if I don't say it, then
Uh,
it'll be even slower, wouldn't it? Do you want me to go first? I've already circled
Oh,
mine.
I haven't done this one for ages, and it's the first one on the list. What 3 items would you buy in a supermarket to make a cashier feel uncomfortable?
Wow. I can't answer that quickly. I do need to think about that. You're right. In a supermarket. Well, I mean, my head went straight to lube. What I'm going to do with the other 2 items, I don't know. But I think lube's got to be in there, isn't it?
100%.
It's a given.
Um,
Now, what's going with the lube?
I suppose to make them feel uncomfortable and not be too obvious about it, you buy lube condoms and a hairbrush.
Oh, fucking hell, a hairbrush. Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
You get away with that.
What the
'cause
fuck is this guy up to? Like,
You've got hair, so that you could get away with that. Yeah, that's a great answer.
Why would you come and buy those 3 things? Like, oh,
Is he using the handle or the bristles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. You'd
They're not
hope it's
ribbed
one of those.
condoms, so
You'd hope it's one of those.
Bristles.
Those hairbrushes you'd have turned inside out, and it would fold. You'd want one of them, really.
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
you? And then pray it didn't open up inside you like a fucking barbed fish hook. I'm going fishing for anuses.
Brown trout.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, hilarious.
Right, go on, Pav.
Do you think you could live in outer space for a year?
No,
Why?
it'd be lonely.
You reckon?
I'd need to see people. If I do a few days here alone, and then see someone, I chew their ear off. No end, because it's just like, I haven't seen anyone. Sorry. Yeah, no, I can. Put me up there with a few people. Maybe I'd survive, but alone, no chance.
I fucking love it. I just catch up on sleep and watch TV all the time
For a
And
year.
and just fucking float about. Yeah, mate, a year sounds. I don't think a year's long enough. Just float about, play Zelda, just fucking exist up there. Just be a floaty Zelda. I'd fart loads as well.
Oh yeah,
So many
I'd
farts.
do that anyway.
So many. I reckon I'd do enough farts that I'd actually accidentally change the trajectory of the satellite that I'm in, and then they'd have to go on some mission to save me. And then
Put
in
yourself
like,
off course by like 100 years or something.
yeah, it's like, oh no, he's. Well, how did this happen? He's like, oh, he just did so many farts that he changed the density of the ship and changed it. Buoyancy, whatever.
That was a really, really shit Stargate episode, that one.
It was terrible. Not watching it again.
I was trying to think if it was
Difficult wank, that one.
just sitting in your own fumes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lovely.
Oh, there's a bit of a deeper one there. What's one thing you'll never do again?
And it's a randoms, isn't it? So it could. It's.
A podcast guest?
No, I don't like this. This has been fun. I've enjoyed this. There definitely is stuff that I'd never do again, but it hasn't jumped to my mind straight away. That's the problem.
Can't have been that bad then, can it?
I guess not. No. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a strange one. Maybe I'd do it all again. Maybe. No.
So the one thing you
break
wouldn't
my
do
leg.
again.
No, like that's. I wouldn't break my leg again.
Yeah, that would be shit. Which bone did you break in your leg?
Well, actually, it was multiple. It was. I can't remember the name of the bone in the leg.
All right,
but
show off.
And then 2 metatarsals in the foot. They were the ones that I really noticed.
Oh,
The old
Good
footballer's injury.
Yeah, don't do that again. That's not something you want to do again.
Oh, well, yeah. And to be fair, to build on that, the day I did that, I had called in sick to work to go skateboarding. So I would never call in sick again to go skateboarding. In fear of
but when they said, oh, like you called in sick, you went, no, I called in sick. That's what you should say. What do you mean?
I told her
I was going snowboarding. I was sick.
I was sick. No, I genuinely kept that lie going and told them that I was really ill and fell when I was walking up the stairs. And such an embarrassing lie that nobody ever questioned it, really.
Strong work.
Yeah.
So hopefully my old boss isn't listening to this.
Oh, he is. He listens. He listens.
Hi, Steve.
Steve, we know. Get onto payroll. Get that money back.
Yeah.
What is your favourite shape?
Oh.
It's a great question. That so innocuous, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I get oval because it's nearly the shape of a skateboard.
Is it? Is it really? It's sort
You
of.
you get egg boards. Heroin, do some awesome egg boards.
Literal egg boards. Yeah.
The mini egg is a fucking awesome board.
But an egg isn't an oval.
Talk to me about that.
Hmm.
Because it's 3D.
No, an egg shape isn't an oval, is it?
Why not?
All right,
It's
with
close
your
enough.
fucking technicalities.
Well, an oval is a.
Oh God. Here we go.
Sorry, I answered.
An oval. An
You're
oval
getting
is
told off here, Alex.
An oval is obviously a two-dimensional shape, but it has two focal points. That's what makes it an oval.
This is a question that Pav's going to ask every week now, and every guest is going to get it wrong. So he's going to tell them off. This is going to be the new feature of the podcast. We're going to
Let
have
me
a theme
reword my
tune and
answer.
everything.
Okay,
Oval because it reminds me of a skateboard.
that's fine. That's fine.
So,
I'll allow it.
thank you.
What is? Oh no. Hang on. I'm going to do this. I haven't done this for a while either. How many?
I knew this was coming.
Give me an animal. Random small animal.
Me?
Oh, it's annoying. It's annoying you said small
Alex.
because I instantly thought of a giraffe.
No.
We've had giraffe before. Squirrel.
Go on. Random small animal. No, we've had squirrels. We've had squirrels.
Oh, okay. Random small animal. All right, rabbit.
All right. How many rabbits do you think it'd take to overpower Pav?
To overpower Pav. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Bear
they're
in
all
mind, he's got tiny fucking hands.
and they're all of the same goal of destroying Pav, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
They're all trying to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. They're the anti-Pav rabbits.
I don't think it. I don't know how many you think many are, but I think 50 would probably do it.
Fuck, mate. I could stomp on 50 rabbits' heads easy. No problems. I'd crush
Yeah,
a
but
fucking rabbit skull.
If they're all on the same goal, they're not lining up. They're not going 1-on-1 at you. If they're all around you,
What are they going to do?
they're
Fucking
gonna
nibble me to death? No.
yeah, they're going to start crawling up your back and start nibbling on your neck whilst you're kicking the other one away, and then
Nah.
you swat that one off your neck, and then whilst you swat that one off your neck, you realise there's one in your armpit.
I think 100 would be a safer number for you.
I nearly said 100. Then I thought I'd be realistic.
100, I'd be like,
Angry rabbits.
this is going to be tough. This is gonna be tough because they don't jump very high, rabbits, do they? So it'd all be below a level, wouldn't it?
No, but you've never seen one with the goal of killing someone.
I've seen a rabbit with the goal of killing a blade of grass and a strawberry.
Yeah. You know, when they're rampant, it's different.
Yeah, wee. I've seen one kill a vagina.
So 50 is the answer then.
Yeah, I think it's the wrong answer, but 50 is the
yeah,
answer.
Of course you do. Yeah. Of course you double my answer.
Which meme best represents your life?
Oh no. I did see a meme the other day that completely. Well, I was like, "Oh fuck, you just hit me!" But it's not a very famous one. But it was a picture of a guy crying, and the text was, "Oh, please, won't you just come on a walk with me to a stone circle?" and I've been doing a lot of that recently.
It's the most specific answer.
Yeah, I know. I felt shot in the heart. I was like, "Oh, you got me!" Like,
you see that thing in the news about the one of the altar headstones for
they keep changing their mind where it's from. Yeah,
apparently it's from fucking Scotland.
Well, yeah, and then a couple of days later, they went further and said Orkney, so it crossed water as well.
Mental.
If that's correct, but fuck knows. So,
seems.
Why
I don't
would
know.
you? Why would you bring a massive stone?
I just think the whole thing was a fucking practical joke by them. The whole thing.
I don't think it's a practical joke, but I definitely consider that it was a way more basic purpose than other people would think.
Yeah.
It was just someone's kitchen or something like that, you know.
Or public toilet.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's every chance it wasn't. Like, yeah. And if you piss on this stone at the right time, at the right year, you'll see the sun.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It was just a piss hole. It's a place for pooping and pissing. Maybe they were very small stones when they put them there, and all the fertilizer from the poo grew them into big stones.
That's just a huge ammonia buildup of piss.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Just they do some actual proper testing on it, and they're fucking kidney stones.
Hey, Giants kidney stones.
Yeah.
I'd be back in then. I'd be listening. I'd want to know more.
Yeah, true that. True that.
Yeah. Should we do final questions?
Yeah. It's the final questions.
I was
really
literally about to say.
For you.
Oh, so I went soft for you.
If you've listened to this is you and the listener. If you've listened to the previous episode with me and Pav, you'll know that Pav ended the last episode on the theme tune of Neighbours.
It was good, that one.
Pav gave us his rendition. It was very good. It was very good. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll give you that.
I'm about 3/4 of the way through that one, to be fair. I tried to finish it today and then I got distracted.
Yeah, the best bit's at the end.
The difficult listen, isn't it?
Because Pav is singing it at a different tempo to the actual theme tune, so I was having a fucking right nightmare with it. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to leave it. It's going to sound awful. But then right at the end, you come back in time with the theme tune, and I'm just like, that's it. I'm like
George Michael from Arrested Development. I've got a very good internal metronome. I know. I knew I was going to be back, and the second I started, I was like,
I was more saying that was mainly to do with my editing. But
oh right, oh okay.
You take the credit. It's fine.
I'm fucking good. I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Do you want to end this episode on a song then?
Yeah. Pick a song. Pick a song, and I'll do it.
All right. Let the guest pick a song then.
Oh yeah. It's got to be a song I know,
obviously. Does it need lyrics? Because if we could just continue on the soaps and say, give me a decent Coronation Street. Give me your best trombone impression.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, lovely.
We haven't finished yet.
I think we should end all of the episodes literally just on a sing-song outro now, because it saves me the fucking edit.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Happy to do that. I'll lend doing
cool.
I'll do a mouth trumpet of Coronation Street. That's what we'll end on.
It's either
Alright,
that
cool.
or Away in a Manger, please.
I'm not singing that. It's not Christmas. Are you mad? Are you fucking mental, mate?
You don't know how long it's going to take Darcy to edit this.
True that.
You've agreed to this now, and we are going to get some fucking batshit requests. You realise that?
Maybe
I hope people come prepared.
maybe
Yeah.
the guests need to email in so I can prepare. I'll sing if they give me a prep time. I will sing any song as the outro, or mouth
Okay.
trumpet it, whatever's, as long as I know it.
Arse trumpet.
Yeah, come on in.
Yes. All right. Deal. Agreed. Right. Final questions. If you weren't doing what you do now, what do you think you'd be doing?
I had this conversation recently, so I'm glad about that. I reckon so. If I stopped doing this now, as the person I am now, I would definitely end up working for the National Trust or something like that, just walking around a forest, looking after the place. I couldn't say the same for 10 years ago or whatever when I started printing. Don't know what I'd have done then, but if I stopped now, that would be definitely what I'd do, I reckon. Go look after some nice bit of land somewhere.
Nice work.
Nice.
It sounds relaxing. I might fucking do that now.
Exactly. That's why I dream of it.
Yeah.
You've almost got it. It's just covered in people trying to stay on it.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, that's not an ideal situation. Which brands do you think would be good to have on the podcast?
Antisocial Running Club, I reckon. Sounds like he's killing it.
He has been on. He has been on already. Yeah, done an episode with him. Yeah, we did talk about getting him back actually.
After that comment. Again. I could be cheeky and recommend a brand that I print for. That's just
we were sort of hoping you would.
Early Picnic.
Early Picnic.
Run by a guy called Dylan. Very lovely guy.
Awesome. Where can people find you, mate? And I just want to caveat this as saying if anybody wants to know where Alex's parents live, they can go on the AS Colour website.
Yeah. I did email him about that yesterday. He said he's going to change it.
Well, if you're quick, you'll find out where his folks live.
Fucking funny that.
I wonder if he's done it already. Let's have a look. Apart from that, I am on Instagram as @notpav, and my website is disprints.co.uk. Where does it say about the printers?
It's if you go on one of the products and it's like find an embroiderer / printer or something like that.
Okay.
So go on like any of the t-shirts, and I think it's just under like the description. It's like click here to find a printer or embroiderer.
Ooh, not that I can see, but it is offering me to buy a t-shirt for 4 payments of £5.50. View size guide, bulk order. Oh, I'm not seeing it. I'll have to check later.
If you just go all the way to the bottom of any page, wholesale resources, and then printers and embroiderers, it's there.
Oh, right.
Gotcha. A, B, C, D.
No, that's still.
It's not changed yet. It's not changed yet. So if you're quick enough.
Well, you got 2 weeks.
You can go say hi. You can go see my parents. And they'll tell you how good I am at printing.
You got to see Mr. and Mrs. Dis Senior.
I told I spoke to my mum about that not that long ago. Not about it being on the website. I didn't notice that until it was brought to my attention this week. But every time Guy sends me something, he sends it to them. And my mum told me not to tell him because it's the only time I go and visit them. I felt really bad.
Oh, fucking hell.
I felt so bad.
Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I felt terrible when she said it. I was like, oh, you're right. We chat a lot, but going to visit them, it just doesn't happen that much these days. Should do.
Fucking, you're a terrible human.
Terrible son, I know.
I mean,
That's right,
Pav's
we'll let you
parents
off.
live next door, so I wouldn't take advice from him.
There is that. There is that. Yeah. I mean,
If you could not visit
I don't.
them,
I
would you?
don't. I don't mean that as a dig because your
I mean, I
folks
could-
seem lovely.
I could. I'm slowly moving away from them. I moved from like in the same house as them to a different house to them, just next door. But in another 30 years, I might be at the end of the street. Like, who knows?
Sure.
I moved to a different country
You did.
because they're a
I'll
bunch
do
of
it.
cunts.
Mm.
Anyway,
Bless him.
do you want to take it away, Pav?
Yeah. What is the meaning of life?
I thought you were about to do the Coronation Street then.
No, that's It's coming.
I did hear a really good answer to that recently, and I said I'd remember it, but obviously I haven't.
Was it on this podcast? Because we have that trademarked.
It might be. Might have been. Actually, it might have been. Was it Guy's answer? What was Guy's answer?
He was like, "Oh, just be fucking wicked and sexy and everything like I am, mate, and everything will be cool." That's probably what his
that's
answer
Wes.
was.
That's Wes.
Yeah, yes, I was just
Oh, was that
thinking.
Wes? Oh, do you say Wes or you say Guy? Oh, Guy was like,
Didn't realise Guy was from South
yeah,
London.
Guy.
I think it actually was one of them. Had a really profound answer, and I was like, "Fuck me, that was good."
I think that was
can't
Guy.
remember. Yeah. I can't.
Almost,
I think.
it
I
was-
think
it
the
was something
gist
like-
of it. The gist of it was, don't be a cunt.
Yeah, just have a good time.
I can't even go like 2.5 hours of a podcast episode without doing that. So I don't know. I don't know how.
No, just meaning of life. Enjoy yourself.
Hmm.
If you're not enjoying yourself, you're not living. There
Yeah.
we go. That's my profound answer.
Yeah, cool. Nice work. Hmm.
Nice, mate. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on, mate.
Thank you so
Very
much for
well.
coming on,
We
Alex.
obviously speak pretty much every fucking day, so you know.
Do we?
Yeah, anyone who's not like they're going like these guys. They haven't actually talked about anything. Like they're just talking about
Yeah.
focusing. Like.
Every fucking episode, mate. I shouldn't worry about it. Oh.
But yeah, this is where we're the new end to the Brand Social podcast.
Thank you
Pav.
for listening to the Brand Social Podcast. I'm now going to sing you out. Ba-da-ba-da-bow. Ba-da-ba-da-bow.